All right. What is going on, family? How is it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back in Hold My Nugget Studios for Friday night Smackdown. Yeah, we walking. By the way, I was in the grocery store doing some, obviously, groceries. I came across these two. Anybody had any of these? It had the WWE title on it. I said, I'm going live for WWE later tonight. So why don't I just go and pick them up? These Seagram's spiked WWE beverage. I figured I'm going live for WWE, so I'd give it a try. So they're too sweet. Well, too sweet like in a NWO way, or too sweet like an actual sweet way? Too sweet like an actual sweet way. Oh, LA Knight came in here with a sheriff's hat. What's going on? By the way, finals for the Last Time Is Now tournament is officially going down here tonight. It is Gunta taking on LA Knight. Oh, sweet. Actual sugar sweet. Oh, Lord. Okay, real sugar. Oh, Drew McIntyre in the building. By the way, the heels got the W. Oh, what the hell? Oh, it's Nick Aldis. Hold on. Oh, William getting the gift started early.
Title match, I get unsuspended. That's not how it works. Right? No. That's fair. No, come on, not fair. Because you're suspended. That's the way it was before Survivor Series. It's the way it is now. Get back in your car and leave.
They kicking Drew McIntyre out of SmackDown?
Get the clock up. Tell you what, man. I'll leave. For you. I want these guys.
Oh, I went to the barbershop. I'm going to a wedding tomorrow.
Very nice. You're not hurting me.
And then, of course, Kansas City on Sunday.
Is that right? Yeah, I don't really care. Yeah, no Drew McIntyre for
I just need you to get out.
Oh, wait. You already know how this works. No McIntyre tonight means we're going to get McIntyre tonight. Oh, shit. Oh, Lord. Cody Rhodes is in the vehicle. Cody Rhodes is in the vehicle. Where the hell did Cody Rhodes spawn from? Mans came out the passenger seat and damn near started attacking Drew McIntyre. He still got his hands on him. Oh, Lord. Where did Cody Rhodes come from? Cody Rhodes spawned inside the Dodge Ram. Oh, shit, McIntyre might run him over. McIntyre might, oh, no, he didn't. He didn't run him over. Where the hell did Cody Rhodes come from?
Everybody calm down. Cody, come on, dude.
Oh, he's going to go to the ring. Cody's going to go to the ring. He's going to go to the ring and probably put his title on the line at Saturday night's main event. Cody's on his way down to the ring. First off, he should have hit Drew in the top of the head with a goddamn tire iron. That's how you want to start a Friday night SmackDown. The people that's cheering for him right now, William giving out gifts, donations. Sargent put 5 on it, pardon me, put 10 on it. Said what's going on. I hope I'm doing well tonight. Indeed I am. And we're ready to see some of the delicious ladies here tonight. All I got to say about that is I'm ready to see some of the ladies come out here, and I'm gonna, for us, we're gonna get that.
After I get that W. Dun, 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 dun.
Succulent and savory indeed. I'm the only reason you're watching SmackDown. You know the ladies. This is also another reason why we're watching SmackDown as well. Tank the Sun giving out gifts. By the way, big shout out to everybody over on Twitch. A special shout out to Matt and Two Wave Mo for the greatest gifted stream in Chiseled Adonis history. Y'all held it down for the community. Gave out a whole lot of gifts. So big W's to all of y'all. Savage Sonic for 2 said anybody with the anyone see saw the Hit 'Em Up remix about the seal? Oh yeah, that's years prior. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's hear what Cody got to say.
Where my wife sleeps, where my children play.
Oh, that's a reference to The Godfather 2. That's a reference to Godfather 2.
1.2 megatons on you. I could split an atom and you'd still be crawling around on my feet because you, sir, are WWE's resident cockroach.
Well, damn, some called Drew McIntyre a cockroach. Captain put 2 on it. He said the ladies got him feeling like Stephen A. Smith. He about to be watching the stream like,
Seems like that. It might be in a parking lot, might be at a church, might be at Drew's house on the Georgia red clay on the coast of California
Cody
or
Devon
all over
Rhodes.
the Lone Star State.
It said, can you bet on WWE? Actually, I remember they had
It should be
a
in
betting
WWE.
option
You
in
never
the
even
past,
beat me,
but I don't think
but
you
might
can
be the
anymore.
one
I'm not
man
sure.
Who's broken me? So Nick, please, I'm begging you. Reinstate Drew so that I can do what everybody does when they see a cockroach, and that is simple. Stomp him out.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Salvage Batuon said, next Saturday. What about tonight? What do you mean? What about tonight? Oh yeah, we'll have the match here tonight. Because Drew is already here. Well, not anymore. He drove off, right? Here's the problem. At least on the front end. I love the angry Cody promos. This is a match that requires a stipulation. It can't just be, oh, it's a match for one fall. And it can't be, it's a street fight. Has to be cage match. Truly, in my opinion, you can have a Hell in a Cell for a match like this. You can have a strap match for a match like this. It requires blood as well, because McIntyre busted Cody Rhodes open already as well. They need Boiler Room Brawl. I don't see Mick Foley. That needs to elevate.
Best tag team in the world.
All right, let's hear what champion Gargano got to say alongside Candice LeRae. Oh, it's Carmelo Hayes. Why did he enter like that?
Say championship?
3 Stages of Hell would be nice. I'd love to see that come back, but I'm not.
I got next.
Gotcha, bitch.
Redman Fiona is now following.
It says don't.
Don't worry about it. He can't breathe.
What's that? Y'all seen that video of the Indian guy in the car? Don't. That shit's hilarious. Albeit it's staged, but that shit's hilarious. Don't. Yeah, but I would hope. Actually, first blood match, I wouldn't have a problem with that. First blood match, I wouldn't have a problem with that as long as it's actually presented the right way. Unsanctioned match is pretty much a glorified hardcore match. The presentation is what matters in there, though. If you actually do bring out ladders, not just a regular, oh, we got chairs, we got tables, kendo sticks. If you actually introduce different weapons, then it makes sense. Because I've said, hardcore wrestling, it can be a beautiful thing if you actually introduce the element of real hatred into it. Don't feel like you have to rely on weapons. No, last man standing, no. Because last man standing in the last couple of years have been relatively gimmicky. We've had a few that have been bangers, but the bulk share of it, within the first 3 minutes, you getting a count to 8 and you're making me believe that, oh man, this person is legitimately on their last leg. Like, what are we doing? You got folks who be going 15 minutes. You'll have maybe 2 near falls. And then you'll have the conclusion of the match. Ain't no way within 3 minutes, oh man, he hit a regular suplex. He's getting up on count 7. And it's not a situation where you just laying there to catch your breath to go and stand up. Like, they be overselling. I Quit match, I wouldn't mind that. I would not mind that. Loser end up going to Raw. But again, the severity of it's no longer there because they don't take the brand split seriously. So that's the only reason why I wouldn't go I Quit match. I Quit match is nice, but what Punjabi Prison with Khali as the special guest referee is outrageous. Salvage with 2 said that's why he says 3 Stages of Hell. I wouldn't mind if it came back, but I'm not hopeful that WWE is going to ever bring it back. And, in my opinion, because you have it for the world title, this is legitimately a situation where you can make it happen. Because they've already had a stipulation match prior where if Cody got DQ'd, he'd lose the title, and the referee was distracted, or I should say down, and he still did hit McIntyre. So, I wouldn't mind a 3 Stages of Hell. All I know is Cody, McIntyre needs to conclude with McIntyre getting that title back. Now, albeit, if Cody does win the championship again prior to WrestleMania, it can at least feel a little bit fresh because I know they're planning Cody versus Reigns, right? But you could have a situation where Cody could re-enter the Royal Rumble, albeit I want LA Knight to go and win the Royal Rumble So if Cody were to lose in the Rumble, into the chamber, win the chamber for the chance to go and take on, you know, whoever is the champion at the time, because you can organically have it fall on the shoulder of Roman again. But I think they want to flip the dynamic, have Cody as the heel, Roman as the face. There's so many different avenues. And truly, they don't need to have Cody Roman again, but I just think that's where it's gearing towards. Because of the interactions that Roman and Cody have had, Roman has not been acknowledging Cody as of late. He said this is the last time they're going to tag, so that's a possibility. Also, they got to increase Roman's visibility and attendance, because how many times this motherfucker going to keep doing a return? Like, what are we doing? NY Patuan said Fubo still ain't get it right. Watching my live stream, I appreciate you. Sucks that Fubo ain't get it right. Mitch in the building said we need an Iron Man match like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart put on 60 minutes, no winner, and the match kept going. Well, here's the thing, right? I wouldn't mind it, me personally, because I love watching, you know, real graps. I think an Iron Man match in today's WWE with the IWC, they're not gonna be able to enjoy it because folks look for a reason to, you know, not enjoy shit. It just depends on how the presentation of the match goes. Because the beauty of Michaels and Hart, there wasn't a fall. There wasn't a submission until they went to overtime. They've had different Iron Man matches, Cena, Orton, Brock, Angle, Hunter, and Rock.
Brian 06
You had a lot of
is now
these
following.
different Iron Man matches. Bailey and Sasha, where you get a number of different falls in the middle of the match leading to the climax at the end. If there was a situation where you have no fall at all reaching towards the end of the match, that could be cinema depending on how they present it. Depending on how they present it. Because for McIntyre and Cody, I would not want to see, at first I thought I said Drew and McIntyre, but with McIntyre and Cody, I wouldn't want to see a fall until legitimately the overtime. So I actually wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. How about an ambulance match? Ambulance match is essentially, it's just a casket match. The only difference is you put somebody in the ambulance rather than put them, you know, inside of a casket. And it can make sense, but you kind of have to introduce a reason for the ambulance en route to the match, Because you can't just out of nowhere, oh yeah, this is what happened. Ambulance match. What? So we got to see how they can do it. But I wouldn't mind that either. Buried Alive, Undertaker retired that match. Stretcher. No different than the ambulance match. All right, let's hear what Damian Priest got to say. Salvage Matuan said, what about a cage like Hell in a Cell or Steel Cage? No, I originally said Hell in a Cell or Steel Cage. I wouldn't mind it.
Was thinking that we could poke the bear and that I wouldn't be there by his side.
Saudi scrap match.
Damien and I, we've been through hell and back. And if he's going back into that fire, then I am willing to be there by his side. And Zelina, you thought that you could what? Get under his skin? All you've really done is sign your own death wish. Because next week, it's you two versus us two. And you're gonna find out real quick why no one survives the Terror Twins.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with this, right? I got no problem with the Terror Twins. But bro, Rhea on Raw. Damien on SmackDown. Rhea came to SmackDown only because War Games was happening. Now all of a sudden, it's like, you got more business here? Rhea got to save Priest? Exactly. Valor, Rhea got to save Priest? How the mighty have fallen. How the mighty have fallen. Saga for 20 on it said Cody and Drew should have a no DQ, false count anywhere, first blood, unsanctioned, TLC, last man standing, Ring of Fire, Hell in a Cell, Punjabi Prison, Lumberjack, Big Booty Bailey, Devil's Kiss, 360 M&M's Street Fight match. First and foremost, I don't know what fusion of a match that happens to be, but that's outrageous. Because first and foremost, how you gonna have a last man standing false count anyway? That don't even make sense. That don't even make any sense. Big Booty Bailey, how is that a stipulation? I'm so confused. Savage from 2 said, imagine they bring back Inferno match. You know that ain't happening. King said Braun Strowman has his own TV show. Yes, they mentioned it while I was live last week. Apparently, they said it's actually pretty good. So I'm happy for his success. I'm happy for his success. Sarah said, you bit your jaw so hard trying to seal a couple of pieces of ice out of your machine. About to cry since you woke up. Damn, it's been a long day, huh? It's been a long day. God damn. Sorry to hear that. The dong in the building. What's going on? I almost busted my ass. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. MVJ Profile said, thought on potential AEW versus WWE storyline since Netflix bought Warner Bros. I still don't see it happening. Do not see it happening. They would not work together. Would not work together. Give Ciampa his title shot. This story is stupid. 100%. It's dumb as hell. Because here's the thing. If Ilya is on top, yeah, I just want to give worthy competitors. But, bro, it's an open challenge. Whoever answers the call, that's who you give the championship match to. Why are you specifically not allowing Ciampa to go and challenge? And furthermore, how is it that at this point Nick Aldis is upholding this tomfoolery? Like, what are we doing? You've got an open challenge every single week. At least at this point, no longer is it open, right? Because you kind of know who he's going to take on now. He's somewhat predetermined to a degree. But, bro, why are you delaying this whole... Unless Ciampa's taking the title off of Ilya Dragunov, why are they keeping this jackass thing going? They don't need to keep this bitch going. What would be an ideal AEW WWE match? It would have to be an elimination traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. Nick Aldis hates bald dudes. It would have to be a regular elimination Survivor Series match. Because what other match makes sense? You would have to have, if you want to represent brand versus brand, unless it's a tag match with the top, guys in the company or the top girls in the company, or maybe you have like an isolated one-on-one situation. The best way to showcase the talent is to have a group of them together to represent. So a 5-on-5, and you can have an elimination. The only issue, no, blood and guts, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That'd be nice, but it's not going to happen. At first, I was going to say some sort of a variation of that Armageddon Hell in a Cell in 2000 where you had 6 top stars, but unfortunately, that ain't happening. Only match will be War Games, but make it elimination. I agree. You wish WWE believed in Melo like the fans do. Believe it or not, I actually think they're starting to begin the process of having Melo start to get pushed. I think they're actually going to begin the process of Melo starting to get pushed because he's got some W's in recent weeks, and I know W's on regular television for all intents and purposes, especially if you take a look at what happened with LA Knight, it doesn't really mean anything, but they're showcasing him a little bit more. You're getting more of a reaction from the crowd. He's having multi-segment, presentation on shows. So I believe it's actually beginning to start. Now, come Royal Rumble, although it's a long shot for Melo to win the Rumble, I don't think most people will predict that being the case. He puts forth a very good performance. We've got a chance. Yeah, the finals tonight. Gunther taking on LA Knight. You honestly didn't, Tyler, no creator. You missed a couple of weeks of Raw and SmackDown because you've been in and out of the hospital. Oh, Lord. So you missed out on stuff. You thought you wanted to get an answer. Oh, what happened? I hope you're doing well now. Melo should win a Money in the Bank. I actually wouldn't mind if he won Money in the Bank. You hope LA Knight wins? I do too. Although I would not mind Gunther winning as well. I think LA Knight needs something. And moreover, he's my prediction to win the Royal Rumble. Gunther's going to be in the Royal Rumble as well. So the best way you could have the story, because it makes sense to have the face go and win the Rumble, I believe, this year, because you've got decent heels, but I don't think you have a heel that will generate and elicit the reaction from the populace like you can from a face in the Rumble this year, right? With the exception of with the women, with Liv, of course, or a returning Bianca, but she's getting surgery, so there's no scenario where she's making a comeback. So we'll see. Do I think Liv would ever turn on Judgment Day? Yes. Now, no, but yes, she will. 100% she will. NY Legend Paten on said, you would hope. So, matter of fact, they need to run it back. Carmelo Hayes versus, and Braun Breaker. Love their feud at NXT, especially when Braun pulled up at Melo's barbershop on some next level savagery. Yes, that would be nice down the line. Tyler said, you just asked about Rhea's mask. You got it. Oh, okay. Yeah, because she fucked up her nose. Legitimately. So there's that. Gunther's going to win. He had that match against, last match against Goldberg for the retirement as well. I don't know if that directly plays into it. Now, if that's the case, and Goldberg is now just retiring, folks, I would wonder who they're going to, if they'd bring a third one, because, you know, things usually run in threes if they bring somebody else to come in. So that'd be cool. But whatever the case may be. If LA Knight were to lose to Gunther, best case scenario, Royal Rumble comes along, LA Knight, Gunther have another interaction. Maybe they're the final two, and LA Knight gets the best of Gunther and then ends up winning there. So all I know is I'm all in on LA Knight for the Royal Rumble. I'm all in on LA Knight for the Royal Rumble. Trick should show up at the Rumble, though. Feels like there's nothing left for him in NXT. He might show up at the Rumble. He ain't gonna win it, but he might show up at the Rumble, maybe even the night after WrestleMania. So there's some options. There's some options. Sergeant Pateno said, you ain't done. Steel Cage Asylum. First of all, Steel Cage Asylum, War Games, flag on a pole, kendo stick backstage brawl, jabroni, succulent women, casket, ambulance, fight in the water match. It all takes place at Stardome. Flag on a pole. So it is the flag on the buoy, and it's a kendo stick match in the water. But somehow a backstage brawl with caskets. How the ambulance gonna make it to the water? You know what? Matt Batul said, top 3 double turns of all time and title upset, double turns. Well, Austin and Hart is number 1 and nothing else is close. So there's that there. Because when you say double turn, folks, is both of the individuals in the match are switching. So that takes some time to think. Title upsets, Jinder Mahal is certainly one there. I believe David Arquette, that was another one that we said as well. David Arquette, Jinder Mahal. Oh, hold on. And then Santino Marella beating Umaga. That would be the 3 that I have off the top of my head. Johnny Patuan said, you got Sammy winning the Rumble? Oh, I do not want to see that. Thoughts on Haiti ended up in the group? Them in Brazil? That's going to be wild, man. And apparently, the game locations, Florida and Miami, Lincoln Financial Field in Pennsylvania, and then MetLife Stadium where Haiti's going to play. I'm going to all the games. I told my pops, hey, they said that they playing against Brazil and Philly. We going for a road trip. We out there. It's going to cost some bread, but I'm going. I'll tell you that right now. So once them tickets release, or maybe I'm able to make it into that raffle area, I'm in there. Oh, what the hell just happened? God damn, Ilya Dragunov with the counter just dropped mans with a huge powerbomb. Dropped him with a huge powerbomb. Oh, it looks like he's trying to set up that H-bomb. He's setting up that H-bomb. He's setting up the, oh no, wait, oh damn, counter. Counter from Carmelo Hayes. The recovery into a roll-up, 1, 2, kick out. Carmelo Hayes stays alive. Oh, big kick. Big kick on Carmelo. And now he's in danger. Dragging off, slamming him down to the ground, and once again trying to set up that H-bomb. The super stick to win this match. I got Liv in the Women's Rumble. I got Liv in the Women's Rumble. The only other person who I would predict would be Bianca, but I'm 100% going in on Liv because Bianca's not going to be available yet. Why can't the IC title be the workhorse like the US title? IC title was always the workhorse, but they put it on a, much as it pains me to say, they put it on a talent like Dominic Mysterio who can talk and keep the title relevant rather than have to go and wrestle every single, week. And furthermore, taking into account post-Mania, he had an injury, but he was still able to, keep maybe not so much matches behind the IC title, but interest to a degree. And he's also doing double work because he's working in Mexico. Then he's also working on the main roster as well. But I'm just glad they have the US title looking this strong again. Because the other time that the title looked so amazing was, oh my God, Tommaso Ciampa just showed up and he's going to cost Melo. Ciampa just pulled up and now he's going to cost Melo. He just knocked Melo off the rope. Melo was going to look for nothing but net. There it is. The Moscow. Oh my, stick. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Ilya got to work on that cover, man. Ain't no need for that missionary ass cover, but stick for the victory. Stick for the victory. Tommaso Ciampa just cost him. And it's a wrap. Damn. You remember the IC Championship was the #1 contender for the world title? Yeah, it used to be the building block to get there. It used to be the building block to get there. You win the IC Championship, you pretty much have confidence that potentially you'll be able to at least contend for the world title. Not like that anymore. Some folks will be perpetually mid-carders moving forward. So you're telling me to, oh wow, look at the look. Look at the look of Ilya Dragunov. He's not very happy about that. He's not very happy about that. He hit the Torpedo Moscow. So at this point, if you feel slighted because you didn't just beat him fair and square, you got to challenge, or I should say put the title on the line against Son. Finally. Oh, wait, Melo about to get attacked. Melo about to get attacked. Oh, no, I guess not. I guess not. Charlotte and Alexa backstage segment.
Any of that win was attributed to you putting your differences aside with Rhea Ripley. Let's be clear. I joined because Lexi needed me. I mean so much to her. I mean, she'd be lost without me. Without me.
She'd be lost without her?
I'm really proud of Charlotte. War Games is really good for her social skills. No, but it actually did make our bond a lot stronger. My God. You know, the bond that won us the Women's Tag Team Championships, which we have not forgotten about.
You know, War Games was fun. We're back to wanting to win the Tag Team Championships again and beating Kairi Sane tonight. Thank you guys so much and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
She's not.
Alexa and Kairi one-on-one later on tonight.
Alexa and Kairi later.
Is the night we
All right. Salvage with 2 on it. Mans is turning into Tamatonga out here. Yeah, Charlexa. Bray in the building. What's good? Tank said they should have tag team title holders do the open match thing. Actually, I agree with that. They should. Like, truly, how many of y'all even remember the Wyatt Six are the tag team champions on SmackDown? How many matches have the Wyatt Six had? Now, albeit Uncle Howdy had a personal, thing to attend to. What that got to do with Gacy and Loomis? Like, what does that have to do with Gacy and Loomis? They were supposed to be most likely taking on the MFTs at Survivor Series, but they went the other route. Okay. What are they doing with the championship? Like, as far as I'm concerned, they could have just kept the titles on the Street Profits. Where's the Street Profits? Like, okay, Bianca's home. That don't mean Montez got to be home. That don't mean that Dawkins got to be home. Lupin said the champs. Yeah, pretty much like the tag team championships now on SmackDown is like the Raw tag team championships were on the Judgment Day. And the easiest way to keep the title relevant, bro, Ilya doing it right now. Just open challenge. Have a banger of a match every single week. Just tell them, yo, you got 15 minutes. Go out there and fucking cook. That's it. Apparently the Profits broke up. If they broke up, they should have broke up on TV. They were trying to tease it for the longest. Like, it don't make sense. It's so easy to write the story. Just go out there, because right now, think about it. They had MCMG. They had MCMG, DIY. It was Phoenix and who was Phoenix tagging with? It escapes me. But they had all them folks talking about best tag team, all this other stuff just a couple of months ago. Andrade. Just a couple of months ago. They had that going on. Fast forward, once the open challenge business started, Fraxium, all them guys. Once the open challenge started for the United States Championship, you got individual guys from what's supposed to be your SmackDown tag division challenging for a singles championship and then returning right back to being side by side next to their tag team partner. You could have challenged for the goddamn tag team championships. What are we doing? Even if you got the champs off TV, you should have challenges that's actively talking about where the champs at. We want smoke right now. Where the champs at? We want a match right now. This is bullshit. We haven't seen the champions in weeks. They haven't defended their championship. We want an opportunity. Have somebody talking about it. Like, Los Garza as well. How is it that folks is just, who the tag team champion? Oh shit, yo, they got the belts. I forgot. What do you know? They are champs. The more you know. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, the women, most likely, they're going to end up having a multi-women's match for the title. They're going to have a multi-women's match for the title. Might end up being like I wish maybe we'd see a TLC or something of that nature, but they need to have a multi-women's tag team championship match. Because I'm not going to hold you. All of the women closing the show on Raw, I thought something was going to happen. You just had the Judgment Day and Liv come out, attack all of them. It's like, all right, you have Liv close the show. That's great. So what we building to? I'm going to be patient, but we'll see. By the way, tomorrow, got to make a video about John Cena's retirement tour because it's now official. We're going to find out who his final opponent will be tonight. And he just did a podcast interview where he said he wanted to do 220 days, but TKO told him they only need him for 36. We got to talk about it now. Do I think Julia can recover from how horrible her U.S. title run was? They should also give her an opportunity to get the U.S. title again. Well, here's the thing. What they need to do for Julia, don't have her speak. Just have her work. Like with Stephanie, her work got her over. Now, albeit the Devil's Kiss is, oh my God, that's all that we want to. Folks who outside of the Devil's Kiss, Julia, Stephanie can fucking go. For the douchebag reasons, a lot of people, that's what made them get over with. Just let Julia go in the ring and fucking work. Let her work her style. And her and Chelsea Green, 100% could have just cooked if they just let them have their matches. But they didn't actually give him time because, believe it or not, Chelsea can be a hell of a punching bag. How many miles am I on? Okay, let me see. I am, nope, that's calories. What's distance? I am at 1.8, so I'm closing in on 2 miles. I actually forgot I was walking for a second. I forgot I was walking for a second. That's the beauty of a walking pad. You're doing long enough, you're going to forget you even move. Devil's Kiss was faster overseas. Yeah. It was faster. AJ said, really talk about that Cena report, because what do you mean Cena wanted to do 220 dates and no, but WWE and TKO said no. Yeah, I'm going to watch the entire podcast or interview that he had with the Ringer, and then just to figure out if there's some additional context, because I saw the video. He was like, yeah, this is what he wanted to do. And then he said, oh, that would actually burn me out. So even if after the fact he were to say, hey, you know, this wasn't the best idea, if he wanted to do that and they said, nah, you know what, 36 dates is more than enough, I got to figure out why that is. So, hey, said you're gonna cry on the 13th. He could have did at least 100 days, 100%, 100%. Because how is it that Cena, who you're presenting as the greatest of all time, you end up denying him the amount of dates? Like, what are we doing? All right, here we go. LA Knight, Kathy Kelly.
Mystery opponents to get to the finals tonight. What would a win mean for you in the last time is now tournament against Gunther?
Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to repeat myself too much, but I've already said before, I'll say it again. As far as dream opponents, things like that, I don't really care about that. What I care about is if I beat John Cena, that means I cement my legacy. Now, there's one man standing in my way, but the last time is now. The last time is now for either me or for Gunther. Now, you got to think about it. Gunther is a former Intercontinental Champion. He's a former World Heavyweight Champion. But you don't understand. You're looking in the eyes right now of an unstoppable force, something you ain't ever seen before, something you ain't ready for. So I tell you what, Gunther, it's going to be a bit of a fight. If it's a fight you want, all right.
Oh, that's why he got on that Matthew McConaughey goddamn jacket.
Like all the rest. Wait,
Are they in Austin? Yeah, they're in Austin.
Yeah.
Fuego.
I will try to get in a word with you.
Thanks, Kathy.
All
That's
right.
going to be our main.
Kyrie Sane making her way out there. Fuego. Put 10 on and said, y'all talking about Cody versus Drew. You want EO versus Liv versus Rhea versus Alina versus Bailey versus Lyra versus Vaquer versus Blake Monroe versus Tiffy versus Roxanne versus Maxine, with you, Sargon, and Bronco fan as a rest for the plot. See, that's our problem. What was it that Kyrie Sane said? Don't let your gooner thoughts win. Don't let your gooner thoughts win. Salvage put 2 on, said Cody versus Drew in a haunted house. You'll pay for that. Okay. There's no better Christmas present than a Broncos win on Christmas. Okay. AJ said, just seeing the post, it pissed you off because we could have had more Cena appearances than we got. Like, if you didn't want to do a full 220 days, then you could have at least done half. But no, fuck it. I guess, yeah. See, that's the thing. That's where I want to see if there's a bit more information that's actually disclosed, because you guys got to also remember, there's folks out here who's just legitimately trying to engagement bait as well. So I got to make sure it's not situations in which they got edited and things spliced together perfectly. And then furthermore, if there's an explanation as to why, because full transparency, I 100% believe the reason why Cena had the 36 dates was because he's filming Peacemaker. He's doing other films. He's got a bunch of different sort of commitments that requires him to be away from WWE. However, like we came to figure out today, if in the event they could have worked the schedule to where he could have been available for 200 plus days, there's a problem. There's a problem. So we'll see. Where's Randy Orton? Haven't seen him yet. Confusing, ain't it? Very confusing. Nobody has an idea of what's going on with Orton. The booking is just not there. Confusing things. All right, so which one of the two should I open? As I have them here, it is a Rumble Punch and Slammin' Blueberry. I saw them earlier while I was doing grocery. Which of the two should I open? Rumble Punch or Slammin' Blueberry? Fuego put 2-5 on it. Said, who would I want to be in the Iron Man match in the women's and the men's Royal Rumble? Who do I want to be the Iron Man? For the men, Carmelo Hayes. For the women, Julia. Punch first. I just got it from a what was supermarket? Ideal supermarket. Natty. Hey, don't piss me off. Seeing blue. Got the Rumble Punch. The few of the Rumble Punch that's in there. But it seems like there's more blue. There's more blue. There's more blue than there is punch by just a little bit. So, Slammin' Blueberry it is. Slammin' Blueberry it is. Oh, they're recapping the all right. Let's see what it's gonna hit for.
Gotcha, bitch.
Techie Tone 92 is now following.
That's all right. That's all right. Thomas Batuan said, no Nikki Bella. This ain't 2011 to 2016. Sarkin for 5 said, best Royal Rumble matches that weren't actually the Rumble. Angle and Benoit. Triple H and Angle Benoit. Triple H and HBK. Cena, Rollins, and Lesnar. Cena, Rollins, Lesnar. Best Royal Rumble matches that actually wasn't the Rumble. Shit. There is a fuck. Oh man, it's a Rollins and Reigns. Was it Rollins Reigns? No, not Rollins Reigns. Not Rollins Reigns. There's a fucking match. Yes, Fiend and Bryan. Oh no, Taker and Angle was at No Way Out. Damn. Oh, here comes Alexa now. Like one more, I'd probably, if I wanted one more, because I gave 4. If I wanted one more, I would say, wait, Umaga Cena in 2007. Was that the Rumble? Was Umaga Cena at the Rumble in 2007? Umaga Cena was at the Rumble. Umaga Cena. I'll round that one out. Oh, and I'll swap out Reigns and Reigns and Seth. I'll throw in Rock and Mankind. I'll throw that one in there. So yeah. That'll be my picks. Seagram's, it's whiskey? Is it whiskey? Just has 10% alcohol. No, I thought it was vodka. I don't know. All I know is there's alcohol in here. All right, Alexa versus Kyrie. Matt Patuan said top 3 technical matchups of all time. Owen Hart versus Bret Hart. Benoit versus Angle. Angle versus you can go Angle versus Guerrero, but Angle versus what's her name? Angle, Benoit, Hart versus Hart, and Angle versus Brock. Angle and Brock, they had a clinic. Angle and Brock, they had a fucking clinic in I think it was 2003. Angle and Brock was actually surprisingly a little bit more technical than Angle and HBK. HBK can work any fucking style. That's one of the reasons why he was greatest of all time. Funny enough, with Powerhouse, some folks, oh, he's not that strong. Angle could make a match with a Powerhouse look phenomenal. Oh, and Perfect and Hart as well. That's another great matchup as well. I was gonna say Dean Malenko, but I'm trying to think in my head, like, boy, there's a Dean Malenko match that I want to have there, because Malenko worked some great fucking matches as well. But you're saying like top 3 all time in my mind, so yeah, Benoit and Eddie, but Benoit and Angle might have truly, in my opinion, you can make an argument for the greatest match of all time in 2003. Like, that shit was fucking bang. This is a banger, bro. It's a fucking banger. Oh, for a second, I thought Charlotte was barefoot. Wait a minute. Is Kyrie about to hit an Alabama slam on the barricade? Damn, down goes Alexa. Golly. Fuego Patuan said favorite match from every WrestleMania I saw. Now that's a tough one. I'll just tell you, my favorite match of all time is obviously WrestleMania 20, the ending, right? And if I were to give you 2 other matches that I think are up there, WrestleMania 40's conclusion with Cody and Reigns, the Avengers Endgame of professional wrestling, at least in WWE ending story, and then of course Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. So that'll be that. And Steamboat Savage was also a great match as well. Salvage, but to us the top 3 powerhouse matchups. Undertaker Kane, Lesnar and Goldberg. Undertaker Kane, Lesnar, Goldberg. Lesnar Lashley, but that match kind of underdelivered to a degree. Batista Cena, you know what? Batista Cena, I don't mind that. Batista Cena, I don't mind that. You consider Angle versus Taker, No Way Out, 2006 as a great technical match. Very underrated match when you talk about great matchups. I don't even think it's underrated. I don't think it's underrated. Actually, you know what? I'll take that back. Because I started seeing some discourse where folks were talking about Undertaker was overrated. I said, oh, I think I'm really getting old. Because you know, when folks start saying people are overrated, across the board, you're starting to notice a new generation of fan becoming the unfortunate norm of the space. Because they have folks who's legitimately making arguments like, yeah, Taker never had a really great match like that. He was getting carried. I'm like, okay, I can't have discourse with you. Yeah, folks was already saying that about Punk and shit. I'm like, what are we doing? Warrior versus Hogan, go to hell. Go to hell. Damn, Matt is coming in with the top threes. Top three celebrity matches. Whatever that tag match was, whoever was involved with Stephen Amell, that's there. Bad Bunny, obviously. I would have his match with Damian Priest in there. And then if I wanted one more celebrity, too soon for Jelly Roll. It's too soon for Jelly Roll. Sammy in Knoxville. I like that. Sammy in Knoxville. I don't mind that. Sammy in Knoxville. I like that. Because that was actually an entertaining match. Bam Bam and LT. Man, pack that shit up. So the main event should have been Michaels and Diesel. That shit. I went back and I watched it the other day. The other day's a lie. This was last year. I watched that main event last year. I said, man, the fuck was Bam Bam and LT doing in the main event, man? That was some horse shit. They didn't need that, albeit it was a decent match. But what are we doing, son? That should not have main evented the goddamn show. That should not have main evented the goddamn show. Big Show and Mayweather was all right. I actually enjoyed it. I was sports entertained for Big Show and Mayweather. Mr. T in the main event was cool as well. What's the speed on the treadmill I'm on? Great question. What is the 3.2 miles per hour? Oh, and by the way, for those who didn't tune into the stream on Tuesday evening when I was playing Sonic Adventure Battle 2, I'm doing a High Rocks in 3 months. Yeah, 3 months in March. So I'm fixing to start running and shit. I've low-key been bulking. So I got to start moving. And I'm never a bulker. So this is a first for me. I 100% probably put on 10 pounds because I feel heavier. So I'm fixing to start moving now. Doing a High Rocks. Got to get myself right. You sure seen the hoodie getting tighter. See, ma'am. All right. See, that's your problem. Salvage for 2-1 said you're going to take a shower, but you're going to still have the stream on. Why did you need to tell us that you fixing to get naked, but you're going to keep the doggone stream on? Now the people in the chat going to imagine, hey, Salvage going to be out here washing your balls, but you got us on in the background. We didn't need to know this. Why you have to say this? You could have just went and took a shower. I don't need to know that. We got somebody in the chat room naked right now. This ridiculous. Why'd you tell us? Somebody said, let me see. See, that's your problem. All right. NY Legend for 5-1 said, no, it's not on the top three. That whack-ass tag team at Bash at the Beach, Rodman. Oh, and Carl Malone. Hey, that shit was whack. That shit was ass. Thomas Ratoon said, no, not like that. See, some folks is asking already. Send us nudes. See, that's a problem. It's a problem. Kyrie Sane is going to fly. She ain't going to, oh, damn, she got caught out of midair. Sister Abigail DDT, it's a wrap. That's all she wrote. 1, 2, 3, match done. You lose. Match done. Oh, shit, I already passed the 10,000 steps. Already passed the 10,000 steps. Somebody got a big-ass 23. For what reason? Yeah, it's hot as hell in here. Hold on. Okay. We're going to sit down. Oh, what the hell? Lash Legend and Nia Jax is in the building. First off, woo! Lash Legend. Oh, Lord, in the bodysuit. The freshly engaged. Oh, Lord.
God damn it!
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself, yeah.
Oh, my. Ma'am. Nia Jax and Lash Legend just pulled up and just laid out Charlexa. Well, damn. Oh, Lord. Nia about to throw that ass on Kairi Sane in the corner. Oh, wait, no, it's Asuka who done stepped into the ring. She got her eyes set on Lash Legend. She just knocked the earring off of Lash Legend. She knocked the other earring off Lash Legend. Asuka just kicked her straight in the face. She don't need no backup. Asuka one-on-one. Ah, shit, Asuka just got slammed by Nia. Kairi Sane jumped on the back of Nia. That was a bad decision. You should have tried to hit the insane elbow from the top of the doggone ring. Oh, damn, big pump kick. Down goes Kairi. And big Lash Legend standing tall. And they got her in position. Oh, Lord, Kairi Sane about to go and eat some damn cheeks. Kairi Sane about to eat some damn cheeks. Nia Jax about to got her in the drop zone. Nia Jax about to drop some ass. Nia Jax got her in betwixt the gluteal cleft. Nia Jax getting ready for the Annihilator. Oh, Lord. Asuka done saved her 80-pound partner and pulled Kairi out of the ring. And Nia Jax and Lash Legends is standing there tall, holding up the Women's Tag Team Championship. We did not get the Annihilator, but the damage was for sure done. Nia Jax and Lash Legend standing strong. But you know when Nia come down to the ring, you know what we gotta hit.
Party on a Monday night. Turn this up for my interest. Hear this sound, you can't miss it. Play this loud for that shawty right there with the big old butt. Drop it down and then get on up. I am a handsome fella, shout out Nikki Bella. You can look but you cannot touch, cause I know what some of y'all just can't take it. She gon' drop it down on that apron. She gon' find the time to just shake it. And you hear the sound that she making.
Oh, it's Oba Femi and Ricky Saints.
We have a big match tomorrow at Deadline, so I was very surprised to get a text from you asking to come here tonight. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you coming on short notice. All will be revealed. It's not by me. Cody, take it away.
Cody Rhodes done called them?
I know you have your match at Deadline, but next weekend, Saturday night's main event, in the spirit of what John Cena has been
he's inviting the future of NXT to be in attendance?
Whoever wins tomorrow will be wrestling me.
What?
Saturday night's main event.
Cody Rhodes taking on Ricky Saints or Obi Femi next week. All right.
What an opportunity. The stakes.
Oba Femi looked like he wanted to laugh. I don't know what was going on with some face.
Tomorrow night, Ricky Saints defending against Oba Femi. 7 Eastern.
But here comes the women's champion. Here comes the women's champion. Oh, my. This is about to be a showdown here. Yeah, the bev is all right. You know, it's not too bad. I like it. A very blueberry aftertaste, but it's to be expected. It is indeed blueberry, but it's all right. It looks like we got Jade Cargill in contact, or I should say in combat tonight. Jade Cargill in combat, and she's got on them that bitch glasses. The big Jamaican getting ready to put the bruising on somebody. The big champion, the brute of a champion out here to put the beats on somebody. Salvage messaging from the shower and said, yes, Jade, yes. Indeed. Hit the clip, because when Jade comes down to the ring, you already know how we moving. Posters, traps, and he appears. The chiseled Adonis is horny. Chiseled Adonis is horny. Yeah! Damn! Ooh! Hey! Are you looking for some wood? I need it! Man.
Yeah. God damn! I'm on my way! Let's roll, friends!
Who the fuck cleans this?
Something just hit me.
When I get in the proper position, you will suck my meat.
It's time! I'm feeling horny. I'm feeling horny. I'm feeling horny. I'm feeling horny. I'm feeling horny.
I'm interested.
See, what you want to do is
We know he has a big black hole.
finger licking good.
Oh, that's that good shit.
Oh! Oh my God, now this ain't God. This is Stanley Earth.
Oh my God, I love my life. Y'all gotta relax, okay? Y'all gotta relax. Motherfuckers is doing too much. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, the women's champion is on her way to combat here tonight, taking on somebody one-on-one. I believe it should be Michin. It should be Michin. So we shall see momentarily. We shall see momentarily. This slamming blueberries, all right. All right. Boomer said about what I said about Taker. You're not surprised, to be honest. The wrestlers we found cool as kids and newer. As kids and newer and younger fans will probably think they're all lame. It's a never-ending cycle. That is true. Because I happen to be somebody who actually enjoys the wrestlers of yesteryear. So when I became a wrestling fan, I felt like it'd be a dishonest, or I should say a disservice, to not look into history. So I started looking into the Midnight Express. I started looking into the Rock and Roll. I started looking into Demolition. I started looking into a bunch of those guys, the tag teams from yesteryear, and say, you know what? They actually had some guys who put on some bangers. I watched some Harley Race. I understand why folks say, you know, if you were to go anywhere in the South for something, he's the real world's champion. Ric Flair. Some people just thought Flair was nothing more than a promo. Watch his matches, albeit he spent the bulk share of the match fucking selling. He was incredibly good at it. He made you feel. It meant something. Four Horsemen, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, I think, is a top 5 promo guy in the history of the business. So you happen to go when you got to tune in. Junkyard Dog was a motherfucking beast. Tony Atlas was a powerhouse of all powerhouses. Fuego Patuan said, thought I was a changed man. What you mean? What you mean? Oh, it's Alba Fire? My apologies. King said, well, when I get in the proper position, you will suck my meat. Now, he didn't actually say it like that. It was edited together because I think that was a promo that he had on. That promo might have been targeted towards Flair when Hogan just joined WCW. I think that's a promo targeted towards Flair when he just joined WCW. That might be 94 or 95. I want to believe that's 94. Yeah, it's an amalgamation of a number of different clips that they put it together there. Uncensored 2000. Wait, that was 2000? Hold on.
Position, you will suck my meat.
This is 2000, Hogan? Interesting. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Lash legend Nia Jax.
I'm not worried about it.
Lash Nia, was attacking Charlotte and Alexa and the Kabuki Warriors really necessary?
First of all, do not run up on us like that as we're walking. Do you not see what we just did? We're dangerous, okay? Second of all, the Kabuki Warriors got what they deserved. They're idiots, just like Bailey says, because Asuka misted Lash's beautiful face in War Games, and that's the reason we lost. Tell him, Lash.
Exactly. And you better know that's just a preview, a little taste of what we're capable of, okay? And big news, we're coming after those tag team titles. And there's absolutely nothing that the Kabuki Warriors, Judgment Day, Rio, those fake wannabe besties, Charlexa, can do about it.
Right? All right. Wait. They weren't even going that direction. Why did they go back that way? That don't even make no sense. You weren't even going that direction. Why'd they walk the opposite direction? Y'all was already walking this way. Why y'all now about face and go the opposite direction? But hey, there it is. There it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into the makeup conversation, but that did seem a bit excessive. But that's not my woman. One way or another, they look very strong, and I want to see them win that tag team championship. I want to see Lash and Nia win the tag team championships. I want them to get their hands on that title, and I want them to actually run with the championship, because you got to take into account sometimes you just need some dominant forces who happen to hold the belts. I want to see them win them championships. Yes, indeed. Chelsea Green is in the building. I think she was on the news a little bit earlier. Oh, Jade Cargill. By the way, some people were saying, why is Jade Cargill involving herself with the United States champion? Truly, Jade didn't necessarily turn heel. She just kind of just doubled down on the attitude, right? I don't think she's necessarily a heel. I think she's just trying to be a dominant. God damn. When the hell did Chelsea get that caked up? Hold on. Oh, it might just be the angles. First and I mean, I forget who it was that said in an interview that Chelsea's always going to have her legs out. But my look. Oh, Chelsea just slapped Jade right across the face. Chelsea just slapped Jade right across. Oh, shit. Kiana James is here. Kiana James is here. Pulled up on Chelsea. Oh, she about to hit her. And Julia's there as well. Julia's in the building as well. Yeah, Chelsea about to get beat up. Chelsea about to get beat up. Damn, they about to jump Chelsea ringside. Yeah, Chelsea's getting her ass beat. Chelsea getting her ass beat. She better run. Chelsea better run. Oh, Julia got her. Yeah, they about to jump her ass on the ramp. It's a wrap. Alba Fire about to get put through the goddamn mat. Alba Fire about to get put through the goddamn mat. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. But like I was saying, I don't mind Jade inserting her dominance, because she gonna say, yo, I'm that bitch. I'm the champion. Every other champion better go and bow down. I actually don't mind that. Oh, here come a pump kick. It's a wrap. Right through her doggone breast. Oh, she kicked her right in the nipples. Nipples. I know Alba Fire ain't got no doggone kids, but the breast milk is on its way up through the doggone larynx. Match done. It's over. Savage 51 said next week's fixing to be a great B-Day is Friday. Oh, your B-Day is Friday. And then Saturday night main event in DC. You know I'm getting ringside. Oh, you getting ringside. Oh, my. Yeah, Jade Cargill with another W. Jade and Bianca is going to be a good story indeed. Now, here's the only thing, right? Jade don't need to go after the championship, at least for the IC championship. I said IC. For the United States champ, she doesn't need to go for it, but she needs to put everybody on notice. You'll fall in line. And you know what's kind of disappointing about it? The best way I think this could have worked is if there was a situation where, let's say, Survivor Series traditional 5-on-5 was coming up and Jade was making everybody fall in line as like her minions. I don't say minions, but she's like the leader of a group. At that point, you know, it could have worked, but Survivor Series in the past now. So Jade not making no friends. So she's going to have a large target on her back. Let's hear what Fraxium got to say.
I mean, do you think of anything worse? No. Yeah, we have to do something about it.
Someone dishonored the integrity of the United States Open Challenge. And if that jackass is begging for attention, he's got it.
All right.
Nick, I want that match.
Okay, finally.
Yes.
You got it. Next week,
finally.
It's you and Tommaso Ciampa.
Finally.
After him, guys can have what's left of him.
Oh, it's Tama Tonga again. And the rest of the MFTs. So Tama Tonga wants his hands on that United States Championship. The MFT's on their way to the ring. The MFT's on the way to the ring. Solo Sikoa has been eyeing Ilya Dragunov for some weeks now, and looks like he's setting his eyes on that championship. Where are the Wyatt Six? Great question. I wish we knew. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is the extended commercial here for Rhea Ripley. Rhea says her game. Okay. You know, funny enough, I'm supposed. I don't want to say supposed. There's a possibility I might be going to Vegas next weekend, just for a 2-day weekend turnaround. But might do it, might not. All just depends on availability of hotels. Because I got a free stay, so it's one of those use it or lose it. But vacancy is not really on the marquee at the moment, so just got to see. No. It'd be like essentially a free trip. Of course, I'd have to spend money when I'm there, but the stay would be free. The fly would be free. What hotels do I usually aim for? It varies because I've stayed at a lot of different places in Vegas. I've been to Vegas 5 times. I stayed in an Airbnb one time. I stayed at the Rio. I stayed at the Trump. I've stayed at the Alara. I've stayed at the no, not the Wynn. I ate at the Wynn. I didn't stay at the Wynn hotel. Cosmopolitan. Yeah, the other one was the Airbnb, but I've been in a number of them. I've been in no, the Alara Hilton. The Hilton Alara. Yeah, the Hilton Alara one of the. Oh, yeah, she's in there, but what's going on? Yeah, so number of the different spots. Yeah, them travel awards. Hey, hey, it go far. Matter of fact, y'all get yourselves that travel card. Hold on, wait a minute. That travel card. Get yourself that travel card. I got that Amex Delta. Man, listen. Get yourself I tell people you gotta be smart with credit cards, man. You gotta be smart with credit cards, but when as long as you pay your bill, you could take the whole family bills. You put it on your card, you just tell them, hey, give me the money. You was about to pay this on a money order, you was about to pay this cash. Hey, guess what? Charge my card, but give me that money expeditiously so I immediately make the payment towards the car. I get myself some free points. Sometimes they be a multiplier on the first of the month. Woo! You having yourself a good time. For those of y'all who pay rent, if you ain't got the built card, you missing out. Hold on, wait a minute. If you pay rent and you don't got the built card, you are missing out. Free points on rent. You're gonna be making them points. You're gonna be making them payments anyway. No. They got some free Amex cards. Blue Cash, that one's free. Blue Cash is free. So that card is free. Because I know some of the cards, they got annual fees, but you can find very good cards with good benefits that don't got no annual fees. Funny enough, this particular card, I actually, it was in the washing machine. It was in one of my pants. But luckily enough, they're dropping a brand new card in February, so I'm going to get a new one so I could do away with this one. But a lot of them has been through some shit. Yeah, they're replacing the built program. They got something new that they're doing. They're trying to do something like with the mortgages in February. They got a 2.0 system that's coming out now. So we'll see. But even if they were to fully go and replace it, I've leveraged it heavily the past couple of years. So if they were to leave and they go elsewhere, because luckily enough, this particular card got a 0% annual fee. So I'm good. But they about to start having the annual fee cards. I don't think I'm participating. I don't think I'll be participating. I don't need that. I got a couple of cards I got to cancel. But yeah, I got a gang of credit cards. Like this, I think I got like $2,000 in annual fees. I'm canceling a boatload of these cards in 2027. These is just, I think I got a couple of debit cards in here, but just so you get the idea, these are the ones in my wallet. Just so you get the idea, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And these here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got a gang of cards, bro. Oh, wait a minute. Jay done pulled up on BFAB again. Oh, here comes Meechin done. Meechin done took out a damn kettle, a kendo stick like that's going to do something.
Yeah, we'll see what Nick has to say. Don't worry. I'll go get him for you. So you can step up and get stepped on.
Ain't nobody worried about no Meechin, man. Ain't nobody worried about no Meechin. Shorty about to get packed up. Got to pay rent when money orders again? Oh, no. What's my utilization percentages looking like? Funny enough, my credit score legitimately just dropped 43% because they fucked up. My utilization's always under 10% completely across the board because I always pay full anytime I owe a balance. But they fucked up where it went over the total limit because they delayed a payment, a posting of a payment a couple of days ago. So they just fucked me over there. So they got to get that fixed. But luckily, I'm not in a position that needs a lot of I don't need credit at the moment right now because I have my car, I got the house, so I can recover my damn points, or I should say my score right now. Those statements appear whenever they damn well please. Yeah, they absolutely hold me because my bill's due on the 27th. I made my motherfucking payment for whatever reason. These motherfuckers ain't posted. At first, I thought they would have had it listed as a late payment because at that point, that fucks you over. Like, that's the most important. It's like 35% of your scores. It's as long as you don't get no late payment. You get one late payment, that shit's going to haunt you for years. But, yeah, you just got to be very smart with the credit game. But as long as you're smart with it, there's literally no downside. Unless, of course, you rack up too many cars that got annual fees, and then at that point, you're kind of fucked. But because you don't want to be paying annual fees for no fucking reason. I got a gang of points. I'm fixing to use a ton of them. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. Next year is going to be a great time because flying around, going to these games, I ain't paying shit out of pocket. I'll tell you that right now. I ain't paying shit out of pocket. I got all these damn points for a reason. Yeah, I said you got to get yourself an Amex. Let's hear what Solo got to say, and you already know he fixing to be yapping.
That we were going to handle the Sami Zayn problem, and that's exactly what we did. We took his ass out. Can finally move forward.
Move forward towards where, Solo? Move forward towards where?
The Wyatt 6. Uncle Howdy. I see that you've been watching us. You've been watching me and my family. But I've been watching you too. And since I never had a chance last week to introduce myself, let me go ahead and do that right now. The name, don't forget about it, is Solo Sikoa.
Okay.
This is my ring. This is my show. And this is my family tree. Your family has something that belongs to my family. Those tag team titles. And since you want to attack me last week from behind, the only difference is between me and you, when I do it, they don't come back. You see these men standing behind me? They're my family. You hurt me, now they are going to hurt you. Howdy. Listen to me, and listen to me very, very closely.
Okay.
Everything that was his.
Bray? Some referencing Bray? Everything that was his.
That's now yours will become mine.
Oh, son said he gonna take everything that was Bray's.
I am going to take everything away from you. I am going to take away everything that you love, all the memories, and I am going to show everyone in this world that you do not deserve the name Wyatt.
Oh my. Oh my, hey, that's not too bad. That ain't too bad. He yapping, but this ain't too bad. He's got good timing and pacing on this promo.
Because I can. Because all I have to do is bow
Oh, some brought back the Bo leave. I like that. Everybody got on the Black Power Ranger combo.
Wow.
Nobody wearing the turtleneck, but they got the black shirts and the gold chain.
Putting the Wyatt 6 on notice.
They all got the goddamn black shirt and the Cuban link.
Taken out last week.
That's a good promo right there from Solo. Oh, Solo should have got it. Step out the ring.
Brave 077 is now following.
Wyatt 6 might just pull up. The entire MFT shouldn't have stepped outside the ring. Sounds the tour said, all right, just got out. Remember, Dr. Squad is the way. Okay. All right, the Wyatt 6 is here. Uncle Howdy probably right behind some.
And again, face
but where's the rest of the MFTs? Oh, there they are on the apron. All right, MFTs, Wyatt 6, Solo Sikoa, face to face with Uncle Howdy. By the way, again, this shit doesn't hit the same knowing that you have Nikki Cross on the other side. All right, they're exchanging rights and left. Bro, Nikki Cross can't get involved. So it's really 4-on-3. Nikki Cross can't get involved. And the problem is, Nikki Cross pretty much just got to sit around and hit somebody with a cross body or jump on top of somebody. But you already know how they operate in WWE. You can't attack them. This don't make sense. It don't make sense for the MFTs to not come out looking strong here. It's literally 5-on-4. It's literally 5-on-4. There you go. Tyler Tonga takes out both the tag team champions. And now it's Eric Rowan and Tyler Tonga in the middle of the ring. I said it before. Unless they bring another man inside the Wyatt 6, it's not going to work with Nikki Cross. I don't care how crazy she is. Because you have the handicap of knowing that men can't hit women in WWE, it don't hit the same. If she was like China, where it's a green light across the board, now you can actually have an intimidation factor. But again, you got to take into account the size as well. All right, here we go. Oh, what a kick right there from Tyler Tonga. And then he catches a big boot of his own. I don't know how the MFTs end up coming out of this ring. All right, the MFTs and the Wyatts. I don't understand why this wasn't the fucking match at Survivor Series, but I understand Solo had something that he had to do. But come on now. How the fuck you end up enacting it right after Survivor Series? Yeah, I said you had your first car, Red Seat Ibiza, for 6Y. Oh, for 6 years. They will keep it for 8+. Drop $3K on it, new tires. Next, $7K exhaust, satin, black alloys, gloss brakes, still less than a new car. Hey, as long as it works. Oh, nice suit right here from The Miz. Cool, double-breasted with the Burberry tie.
Oh, I don't know. Who's the bigger con artist? Because I think it might be the guy that switched the names out when I wasn't looking last week. Yeah, I'm aware of Miz. But of course, you're a vet too. You're a veteran star. And as a veteran star, you'll know that not just anyone can be booked on Saturday night's main event.
Ding dong! Hello, Nick. I heard I'm booked on Saturday night's
Oh,
main event. Thank you so much. Once
Bailey. Bailey's here on SmackDown.
On Saturday night's main event. That's why I brought you in here, because I've been discussing it with Adam Pearce and more specifically Ava, because your opponent is a star from NXT. Right on cue.
Hey guys.
Soul Ruka.
Hey, okay, Soul Ruka. Welcome. I watch you on NXT. Very impressive. But I just want you to know that here on Raw and SmackDown, it's a whole different level. Trust me, I know Bailey. But that's exactly what I want, and I'm ready for it. Oh, are you? Okay. Well, I guess we'll see tomorrow night when I watch you on NXT Deadline. Good luck. Thanks.
Interesting. Soul Ruka and Bailey next week. Oh, shit, it's Walter! It's Walter! Oh, I should say Gunther. Alongside Kathy Kelly.
With John Cena's final match at stake, how do you approach tonight, the finals against LA Knight?
It does not matter where you live. It does not matter what language you speak. The name Ring General Gunther internationally translates to victory. So I'm gonna beat LA Knight, and I'm going to beat John Cena in his final match at Saturday night's main event.
All right.
And I'm fully aware There's a whole locker room of passionate and hungry superstars that want a chance in this. My condolences to everybody. This tournament is a foregone conclusion. So, John, I know we all can't see you, but I'm certain that you can see me. And tonight, I want you to watch. I want you to pay attention, not to the fact that I'm going to beat LA Knight. I want you to pay attention to how I'm going to beat LA Knight.
He 100% cut his upper lip shaving.
The final of the last time is now tournament still to come.
Man, Kathy Kelly is a very attractive young lady. Salvage put another 5 on it, said, hey, man, wait, you're the only YouTuber he keeps freshing up. You got to close and open the stream. Oh, really? Damn, pain. But we shall see what is going to happen here in the main event. We're going to see what's happening in the main. Wait, how would I relate to that? How would I relate to that? But Angie Patuan said, what are my predictions for NFL Sunday? Great question. Let me see here. The schedule, just as the commercial came up. Okay, so the schedule, Seattle and Atlanta, Seattle, Cincinnati and Buffalo. Buffalo. That's really a coin flip. It should be Buffalo all the way. Cincinnati can be very, very tricky. I just don't trust their defense. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Buffalo. Whoa, wait a minute. Cleveland and Tennessee. Bro, they got tickets as low as $7. Fuck out of here. Hold on, wait a minute. Dollars? Bro, what? What? Tickets as low as $7? Damn. Damn. Okay, all right. Well, that's interesting. But Cleveland, Tennessee, give me Cleveland. Washington, Minnesota, they both ass. Yeah, they both ass. I'll go Minnesota. Justin Jefferson has himself a good game. Miami and New York, this is a divisional game right here. I'm going to actually lean towards New York. That's a lie. I'm going Miami. Tampa Bay, New Orleans, give me Tampa Bay. Indianapolis, Jacksonville. This is huge because the winner takes the lead in the division. Indianapolis can keep it. Jacksonville can take it. Actually, no, I think Jacksonville might be first in the division now. Wait, Jacksonville might be first in the division now. Yes, they are. So I'm going to lean with Jacksonville. Pittsburgh, Baltimore. Who gives a fuck? Baltimore. Denver, Las Vegas, Denver. Chicago, Green Bay. I want it so desperately to be Chicago, but my heart is still telling me Green Bay is going to win. I'm really rooting for Chicago in this game, though. Los Angeles and Arizona, give me Los Angeles. And then, of course, Kansas City and Houston. This is going to be a very tough game. I'll be watching live from Kansas City. I won't be at the game, but I will be in Kansas City. So, you know what? Now that I think about it, will I be at the game? Wait, Wheels Up, the private jet company? Just get an email from the private jet company talking about if I want a membership with Wheels Up. First off, how did y'all get my email? Because, wait, how much is a Wheels Up private jet membership? No, thank you. I'm good. I've never even been on a private jet. The fuck they say it's got to be a scam because how did you get my email? Will I be at the game? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. This is taking place at, yeah, they have a venue that will be, yeah, there's a venue that we're all going to be at. And it ends at 7. So does that mean that some of us can go to the game? Maybe I'll go to the game. Maybe I'll go to the game. I'll see. You know what? I should probably take my streaming backpack with me. I'll take my streaming backpack with me. Maybe I'll be able to go live from Kansas City, or maybe I'll go to the game. We'll see. But yeah, so there's that. I'll give me Houston to win that game. Alistair Black's cutting a promo right now. And then, of course, on Wednesday, on Monday, Los Angeles and Philly, give me the Eagles. The Eagles have not looked very good. I don't trust the Chargers. I'm going to lean with Los Angeles. I could be wrong, though. So we'll see.
Rhea is the succubus that tempts you.
Amy hasn't won in Jacksonville in 11 years?
She wants to keep you in her cage of control. The Judgment Day that you knew is over. The Terror Twins is just a ploy to leave you in that lonely and sad state that we found you in.
Zelina stood up off of Alice's lap, and she's still the same height.
If it's the inferno you want, Damien, then like Virgil to Dante, I shall guide you through it.
Angie said, damn, no faith
In Pittsburgh, who's winning the North? Probably Baltimore. Salvage but 2 on said Jalen Carter is out with shoulder injury. Oh my. How tall is she? About 5'1", 5 foot 5'1". She's very short. Just at 5'3", if not shorter.
Legend. All that and so much more on the eve of John Cena's final match.
All right, Cena interview. I look forward to actually seeing this entire full-length interview. Yeah, Kyler is out for the season.
Fraternity. So it held the secrecy of a fraternity. And nowadays it's great because we can get the best of people. Everything happened for a reason, but it would have been so easy for me to find the place because the school that Triple H was trained at was like 25 minutes from my house. Growing up, and I never knew it was there.
Interesting. She's not short, she's vertically challenged. What does that mean? Kyler back on Call of Duty, indeed. Indeed he is. Salva said Roman's out, Collar's out for the season. JD5 is back. Finals time. It's finals time. LA Knight one-on-one with Gunther for the right to face John Cena in the Last Time Is Now tournament. D-Block in the building. Said she's 5'1". All right. LA Knight, Gunther. This about to be a banger right here. This is what we wanted to see. We about to see some real graps. Two veterans going one-on-one. We about to see some real graps here tonight. All right. LA Knight one-on-one with Gunther. I got to go renew my passport. You know what? I should go to Europe at the end. Pro Bowl week, I got to figure out where I want to go. Pro Bowl week, I want to go somewhere. I got to figure out where I want to go. I know I'm going to Africa either late 2026 or actually, it might be early 2027. It might be early 2027 because next year is going to be 10 years of the commentary. High key could be the last year. It's either this year or next year. I just got to figure out if I want to do it next year or so. But I want to go to Africa. I'll probably end up going to the Seychelles or something like that. But I got to figure out where I'm going to go. Yeah, I said if it's in London or Europe, let you know. How far is Spain from London? If you were to drive from Spain to London, 17 hours. Good Lord. Okay. That's a little bit of a distance if you were to drive. Here we go. It is Gunther making his way out there. Maybe 3 to 4 hours by plane. Okay. Because I have wanted to go to Spain. See, my only concern is the language barrier across the board. So we'll see. Better catch a flight. 100%. 100%. That's the best case scenario. Yeah, I might just retire the commentaries. I'm really considering. I might just retire the commentaries. Because 10 years would be a cool period of time. So we'll see. Drive from Spain to London or London to Spain. Who knows? But I gotta go back to Europe. Because the last time I was there was 2 years and a quarter ago when I went to Greece. Excuse me. Go to Thailand. Air Thailand has good food. Air Thailand has good food. But you know, you can't just announce, "Hey, I'm going to Thailand," because you know the internet always has different ideas as for why one would make the trip for obvious reasons. I have a clip here, but I can't find it. Here we are.
Your homophobia is so visceral.
That kind of, like, hey, I'm going to Thailand.
Your homophobia is so visceral.
Ladybug. So, but yeah, Thailand's beautiful. I do want to go. I want to go there. I want to go to the Philippines. Jaleel Patuan said, "You better not retire." Shit, that's how you found me. Yeah, we'll see. Frankie Pavavon said, was the #1 sports channel in 2025. Sorry, that's good sports. Broncos, you've been dethroned. By the way, you was dying when I brought up when I brought back the QB noises. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. What are my favorite pay-per-view themes from Ruthless Aggression era? Step Up. Anything Saliva. Anything Saliva was a banger. Of course, Limp Bizkit. Like, what are we doing? Because they had a bit in the Attitude Era, and then Ruthless Aggression, I think it was Crack Addict, WrestleMania 19, banger. Yeah, pretty much anything Saliva. I'd probably put Saliva #1. Saliva #1. Angie Patuan said, "Do the Patriots win out their remaining schedule? I think they'll lose one game along the line, but they'll probably end 14-3, at worst 13-4. I don't see a scenario where they lose more than 2 games, and that's really being generous. They have a nice schedule, but it's any given Sunday, so they can get God. They can get God. All right, this last time is now. Final is taking place. Gunther is getting his face banged off the tape. Why am I feeling this right now? Bro, this 10%. Then again, I didn't really eat that much today. But this is interesting. I legit just started. Like, I'm actually starting to feel it, but it's not feel it to where it's like, oh, but it's not even close to feeling tipsy, but I'm like, oh, I kind of feel this. All right, Slamming Blueberry. All right. That's all right. No, I don't know about getting lit. No, funny enough, when I was a kid, lit met ugly. And then the flip happened in the midst of college. Or I should say, I went to college, I came back, and then all of a sudden people was like, yo, you know, somebody lit at first. It's like, yo, what the fuck you just said? But apparently that means like you're cool, you're having fun and shit. So, like, oh, that's interesting. I wasn't a crash out by any means. Of course not. That's not me. That's not my origin. Why would I crash out? Speaking of favorite pay-per-view themes, we getting a reaction type stream soon. Yeah, soon enough. I still actually no, I don't have it bookmarked anymore. What you had made up, but with the NFL, you know, season in full swing, that's where it's kind of difficult to a degree, because if I'm recording commentary essentially all day, then I'll have some reaction videos that I'll make for the most part, and then I'm exhausted. Like legit, before I went live today, I took a nap for like an hour because I was absolutely beat. Messing with my gains, drinking that poison. You're not wrong, Turk. You're not wrong. I'm in the midst of bulking, so I have to actually start running. So there's that. What am I gonna do if I stop the commentary videos? Well, the only thing is, because with the commentary, like for example, this year going back to somewhat of the OG format where you're recording, they're in a commercial break right now, where you're recording the day after the game, have it a specific video that's happening. The downside is my entire Sunday is like primarily dedicated towards recording and just watching football. So, for example, I used to watch games with my friends. I can't do that anymore. I don't want to say I can't. I'm not doing that anymore because, well, I'm streaming. Of course, I can invite, you know, friends over. We could just kick it and watch games. But the downside is, hey, you got to go home at the end of the day. So if you live somewhere where, let's just say you in a building, there's alternate side parking, it's now inconvenient for you. Or if we're having ourselves, because we would, you know, drink or whatever the case is, I'd take an Uber to go back home. Or if they came to my crib, they take an Uber to go back home. Now it's a situation where it's a larger distance. That's a large expense. So it's a tough spot. Now, albeit I got an extra bedroom, so if somebody wanted to sleep over, then there's that as well. So it's like I don't have, I don't want to say freedom to a degree, but it's a tough slot. So with commentary, takes a lot of the time per se. So I don't know. I'd have to see how I want to do it. And on top of that, I've always said the commentary is not as if I'm getting paid. Like, albeit, shout out to the sponsors. Sometimes I'll have some sponsors, so I can throw something in there. But like I've said time and time again, like if you guys remember a few years back when they were saying my net worth was a crazy amount, they were taking into account me getting paid on commentary. Legitimately, if every video on my channel was monetized, I'm 100% a millionaire. I'm 100% a millionaire. But that's not the case. So, like 65% of the channel is not monetized. So I'm legit doing shit just for the love of the game. So, you know, shit ain't putting money in my pocket. So we'll see. When am I ending the commentary? I'll just have to figure out when. But next year is the 10-year anniversary. So you never know. You kind of want to be like Seinfeld and go out when you're on top. But I don't even think I'm on top anymore. To be honest with you, I don't think I am anymore. The views ain't like what it was 5 years ago. But it is what it is. I enjoy making it still. So at least
Gotcha, bitch. Turklestorm 1406 is now following.
And on top of that, if there's a point in which I want to start a family, get married and have a kids, I don't think I would be able to continue to commentary at the same rate. Because I think it'd be unfair if it's like, yo, you have a child you got to look after. And I'm over here, yeah, man. Hey, leave the kid over there. I got to record and shit. So if there's one thing that I would want to be, if the time does come and I happen to have, you know, children at one point in the next 18 years, I'd want to be an active dad, if you will. But I never held a child in my life until last March. Kid you not. I'm not making this up. Never held a kid. What's wrong with me? Am I drunk? I'm not. I never held a child up until last March. First time in my life. I was confused in a motherfucker. Angie put 2 on it. Said, what's my conference and Super Bowl predictions? Well, it is week 14. We're back from commercial break, by the way. Gunther and LA Knight. What? God damn, right across the goddamn nipples. Ooh. Hit him in the nipples. LA Knight is down. LA Knight is down. Give me the Rams in the NFC. Another chop. Ooh. The AFC is wide open. It literally is anybody's conference. It's anybody's conference. I can't tell you with confidence who would represent the AFC. But I'm all in on the Rams in the NFC. Big clubbing, flying lariat from LA Knight. Matt Patuon said teams sneak into the playoffs in Dark Horse.
Gotcha, bitch.
Dark Horse Lions, because they're outside of the playoff race.
Is now following.
In the AFC, although I don't believe they're going to get the job done, the Texans, because they have a very good defense. Big Alabama right now from LA Knight. They're rolling through him and Gunther. We still got 10 more minutes of grabs. Oh, sleeper hold. Sleeper hold into a cover. Kick out by Gunther. Kick out by Gunther. Panthers are nice, but I don't think they're going to be able to make a run towards the Super Bowl. They can make a run towards the playoffs. I think they'll actually make the playoffs. LA Knight with a driver, some variation of the AA. He's got Gunther on the ropes. Gunther's a little groggy. He's got him in the air. Death Valley driver. He dropped him down on the ground. LA Knight for the victory. 1, 2, kick out. Kick out. This finals match continues. Ooh. We got ourselves a good match right now. We got ourselves a good match right now. Damn, we going to commercial break again. Son of a bitch. Both men laid out. We going to the final commercial break of this program. Final commercial break of this program. I like Seattle. I don't think they have enough to go and win the NFC, but I like Seattle. Yeah, the match is getting good now. This match is getting good right now. Am I being vulnerable? Could you imagine? A vulnerable Adonis. Chelsea Adonis hilarious. A pecs when I'm mad, pull my shirt off. You want to see it again? See, Kenneth, you got to relax, all right? Listen, I'd flash the flashlight if I had battery up this motherfucker, but my shit dead to the motherfucker. My shit dead to the motherfucker. I gotta go get myself some other batteries. I actually think I had batteries coming to mail. That's neither here nor there. Sierra, you gotta relax, all right? You gotta relax. Then again, speaking of batteries, that's not what we're here to talk about. All right, under 90 seconds until we come back from commercial break. Right hand from LA Knight. Gunther falls down to a knee. Gunther's about to send a return right. Gunther's going to send a return right. Gunther's going to send a return right. Back to his feet. Gunther's back to his feet. Oh, it's a big knee over to LA Knight. LA Knight off the middle rope. Is he going to return a strike? No, it's actually a kick from Gunther. LA Knight on his knees, crawling. 1 minute to return back. 2. One more knee to return back. Oh, shit. LA Knight dodges. Big lariat on Gunther. Gunther and LA Knight both go down. Both go down. All right, both men struggling to stand up here, and we're 8 seconds away from returning back. All right, we're going to reach the climax right here. Put in your picks right now. Gunther or LA Knight? Put in your picks right now. Gunther or LA Knight? Gunther or LA Knight? Who do you got? When I start the family, would I switch to vlogging? I mean, I could. I've already said I would never really bring my like the immediate family. Of course, my parents, my brother, they've been on stream, but well, not stream, but they've been in content. I wouldn't want to have my family online unless there's a way that I can monetize it, which sounds terrible, right? But I would want to figure out a plan to where I can curate it, because I wouldn't want to do some shit like that. I'm not one of them motherfuckers. I have secret kids. I don't. I have no children, right? But I wouldn't want to bring a relationship public unless there's a way that I can actually try to cap it, because you got to recognize what you're going to bring that person into. We'll talk about it after the stream is done. Not the stream, after the show is done. All right, here we go. Oh, he's got the sleeper in. He's got the sleeper in. It's a counter. LA Knight, big back body drop. Brings down Gunther. Both men is down. All right, all right, all right. I'm into it. I'm into it now. I'm into it now. They got me. They got me. Shit. Here we go. One-on-one. One-on-one. Oh, LA Knight's about to fly. You know exactly what he's trying to set up. He wants the stream's favorite move. LA Knight's going from the top rope. Damn, he's not able to connect. And a huge drop kick from Gunther taking down LA Knight. Big drop kick from Gunther taking down LA Knight. Looking for the powerbomb counter by LA Knight. Big DDT. Big DDT. He's going to go for the cover. No, he's not. He's getting ready to climb up. He's getting ready to fly. LA Knight is going up to the second rope. LA Knight is going to stand there. LA Knight is getting ready to point to the populace. LA Knight is going to call to the power of the people. He says, LA Knight. Yeah. From the top rope. Kick out by Gunther. Kick out by Gunther. Ooh, this match continues. Yo, they got me. I am sports entertained. Finals matchup, LA Knight versus Gunther for the right to meet John Cena next Saturday night's main event. By the way, if I don't go to Vegas this upcoming weekend, I'm actually going to be at SantaCon. So anybody participating in SantaCon in New York City, that will be binge drinking throughout the day, I will be there. If I don't go to Vegas, of course. So we shall see. Could you imagine Saturday night main event? I'm fucking drunk on stream. That'd be ridiculous. All right, here we go. BFT, no, it's a counter. German suplex throw right there from Gunther, bringing down LA Knight. Ah, shit, we got less than 5 minutes left to go here in this match. We got less than 5. You could argue we got less than 4 minutes left in this match. LA Knight just got fucking suplexed. And now Gunther, oh, damn, with the neck crank. Shit. Gunther with the neck crank on LA Knight. Big lariat. Down goes Knight. He is laid out right now. Gunther is starting to build a whole lot of aggression. Gunther's building a whole lot of aggression. Looks like he's getting ready to fly right now. Gunther's going up to the heavens. Oh, no, LA Knight just got right back up, and you know exactly what he's looking for. He's getting ready to go and do that sky-high superplex. Gunther's most likely going to end up pushing LA Knight down. LA Knight's going to run, jump up the turnbuckle, and go and get that sky-high superplex. We already know his sequence. We know his sequence. There's a right hand right there on Gunther. Knight is climbing up, looking to set up Gunther here with the sky-high superplex without having to jump down and go up there. He's trying to see if he can hook Gunther. He's got the arm hooked, but Gunther is not moving. Oh, damn, the LA Knight just got thrown down. Gunther's about to go and jump for the crossbody. Gunther crossbody connects. The splash connects. Gunther's getting ready to go up again. Gunther's going up again. He's getting ready for a splash. I just hit my green screen. Gunther's going for another splash. That was a weird looking fucking frog splash. Kick out by LA Knight. Kick out by LA Knight. Gunther going right into a powerbomb. Got it. Powerbomb connects. 1, 2. Kick out by LA Knight again. Jesus Christ. This match continues. This match continues. This match continues. Oh, boy. Oh, but yo, they are physical out here tonight. They are physical out here tonight. They are physical out here tonight. Yeah, it was a weird frog splash. It wasn't even really a frog splash. Damn, Classic Man, you needed a link now? Shit, we kind of into it. You're gonna have to live vicariously through the commentary. Oh, BFT out of nowhere. 1, 2, he got his foot on the rope. This match continues. BFT out of nowhere. Gunther went for the sleeper hold. He had LA Knight in position. LA countered right into a sleeper hold. Or I should say right into the BFT. Magnificent sequence. We've got less than 3 minutes left to go here in this match. Oh my. Finals to go and meet John Cena. Woo-wee. Woo-wee. All right. All right. Gunther ends up being the one who attacks LA Knight. He's got him in the sleeper. Gunther's got LA Knight in the sleeper. LA Knight is caught in the sleeper. Gunther's about to see if he can lock it in. If he's able to hook the legs. Elbow! 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 He's got the Gunther. Oh, Jesus Christ. Gunther's got the goddamn sleeper locked in. He's got LA Knight on the ground. He's not locking in the legs. LA Knight is starting to twitch. LA Knight's starting to twitch. Ah, shit. Gunther got him in the goddamn sleeper hole. This is the same maneuver that won him the World Heavyweight Championship the first time. Gunther is got him in the goddamn sleeper hole. LA Knight is back up to his butt. He's trying to stand up. LA Knight's got up. LA Knight is standing up. He's able to counter real quick. He's got Gunther up on the shoulder. Gunther, elbow, 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 and now he's got him in a crossface. He's got him in a crossface. Gunther's got LA Knight in some variation of the crossface, trying to choke out LA Knight struggling to breathe. We've got under a minute left to go here in this match. LA Knight struggling to breathe. Don't tap LA. Don't tap LA. You can't tap LA. Gunther got him in the submission hold. He's got one arm clamped across the mouth. Come on, LA Knight. Come on now. 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 LA Knight tapped out. Son of a bitch. Wait, what just happened to the program? What just happened to the program? My shit just froze. My shit just froze. LA Knight went to go and tap, and then my shit just froze. What happened? What happened? Did he tap out? What happened? It looked like LA Knight was tapping out, and then my shit froze. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Did he tap out? Oh, yeah, he tapped out. He tapped out. Gunther won. He tapped out. Oh, my Lord. LA Knight taps out, and Gunther wins. That's the conclusion of the tournament. Gunther is on to meet John Cena. Wow. Wow. On a variation of the crossface, LA Knight loses and taps out. Wow. Wow. Oh, Lord. It's like I predicted, man. Like I told you guys, I really wanted LA Knight to win, but I 100% believe Gunther was going to mess around and get the W. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like I said earlier on the stream when I was on the treadmill, the best way they can get the get back, LA Knight has to win the Rumble. That's our only chance. For us LA Knight fans, LA Knight has to win the Rumble. And the best way that they have it happen, have him and Gunther be the final two, and he gets his get back on Gunther. But man, that's a tough way to go out. LA Knight taps out against Gunther, and it's going to be Gunther versus John Cena in the last time is last time is now finals. I mean, technically it's not the finals. You just go on to go meet John Cena. Brutal, brutal, fucking brutal. Oh, man. LA Knight loses. Gunther is the victor, and he is on to face John Cena next Saturday on Saturday night's main event. That's tough. That's tough. Fuck. 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 LA Knight lost like that. Sargon, put 2 on it. Yeah, you gotta get the remainder of what's in the bottle. Does that make me alcoholic? Nonetheless, Sargon, you are absolutely correct. For everybody who took an L today, take out your Metro card and get aboard the L train. The L train. Y'all lost. Y'all lost. For shame. For shame. That was a little dramatic. Matt put 2 on, said, there to say Gunther is Triple H's Brock. I wouldn't go that far. Salvage Sonic had put 2 on and said it was 2 minutes left. But yeah, I wouldn't say he's Triple H's Brock per se. But yeah, tough loss. Tough loss for LA Knight. I truly, the only rebound is if LA Knight wins the Rumble and beats Gunther in order to do it. That's my vision. That's my vision. Jaleel put 2 on, said, so you assume Gunther is a new legend killer? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because for all intents and purposes, Gunther is up there in age as well. Gunther's maybe what, 37, 38? How old is Gunther actually? Let me see here. Gunther is he's 38 years old. It's so funny how the first photo that pulls up is that a fat Walter. Hilarious. But yeah, Gunther's 38. So yeah, new legend killer. I mean, you're retiring a couple of people, but I don't think he killed. He retired Goldberg, so you can at least hang your hat with that. But Goldberg, we knew that was a retirement match. Cena, we knew that's a retirement match. It's not the same. Marvin said the next Money in the Bank is the last chance for LA to have a push. Roman is winning the next Rumble. Roman winning the Rumble? Now, that's interesting because you know what? That's an angle I actually never thought about. So shout out to the Resident Hobbit. I do not foresee, because of course, Cody is the champion, right? But there's a number of different ways that they can get Roman and Cody to meet at WrestleMania without having one of them win the Rumble. Because in my opinion, Cody and McIntyre's next match, McIntyre should win. McIntyre 100% should win. Now, if you have the Elimination Chamber, I'm not above that. But Roman Cody, I should say Roman winning the Rumble? I don't know. I legitimately don't know. But LA Knight losing, I know a ton of people are upset. I'm still all in on LA Knight winning the Rumble. I 100% believe LA Knight can and will win the Rumble until until they give me a reason to feel otherwise. We're 9 weeks away. I'll most likely be streaming the Rumble live from a country in Europe. I'll have to figure out where I want to go. But it's Bim's World, for 5 on. It said, totally off subject. How am I feeling about the Netflix purchase of Warner Brothers? Personally, you're scared. Is going to be the death of cinema. Well, yes, 100%. You should be afraid it's going to be the death of cinema. Because, well, for obvious reasons, because the Netflixification of television shows no longer, or I even should say of movies, not the same anymore. But because it's essentially became just second television now. I should be fearful of that. Young God said Triple H can fuck off because of this. Can't blame you. Knight will win the chamber. Royal Rumble is where it should happen. If he doesn't win Royal Rumble, I'm not very confident about the chamber. And then it also matters of who wins in the Rumble as well, because if not him, then who? So there's that. They didn't have LA Knight involved in War Games. Even though he's been feuding with Division for months, they don't fuck with LA Knight. I truly think the people can push them to want to go and push LA Knight, but the problem is LA been over since 2023. So how much longer can you continually say, hey, you know, we believe in the people being able to go and generate a push? But I'm literally, Royal Rumble is the last chance. Royal Rumble is legitimately the last chance. So the dirt sheets, spoilers were right. Yeah, because they've been saying it was going to be Gunther versus Cena for literal months, now that I think about it. So, yeah, it's been literal months. Do I think Seth will cost Braun Breaker? It really just depends on what the timeline of Seth's recovery just happens to be. So we'll see. Netflix subscription will cost $99 per month. 100% is going to be ridiculous. Without question, it's going to be ridiculous. is going to be ridiculous. It's Roman or Knight or Breaker. You'll kill yourself as a Sammy. No, I truly, I 100% believe Braun Breaker is going to win the championship in the Barclays in January. I didn't even know the show was going to be in the Barclays. I didn't know Braun Breaker was a #1 contender. Maybe I overlooked something, but when they put on Twitter it's going to be in the Barclays, I immediately texted Sis Adonis. I said, "Oh yeah, we're in there." Matter of fact, let me see if I can find a message. Did she message me? If she sent me some fuck shit, I'm gonna tell her fuck her. Oh, she didn't send me a. Let me see. Let's see here. Barclays. Gilio Platoon said he needs to win in Mania or let him go. Braun Breaker cut that promo on Monday, right? Monday, so then I probably sent her the tweet on Tuesday. Super 10. Let's see. This was what time? That's a Monday evening. Tuesday, announced the show. Yeah, I told her we in there. Yeah, so the match is going to be at the Barclays. So I'm going to be there regardless. Yeah, I thought Shorty sent me. If she sent me anything, I'd be like, "Yo, fuck you." It's Brim's World. For 5 said, "What has to happen for WWE to put more than 5 matches on a card? You want to get invested, but it's hard when there's only 4 matches every 25 minutes." Yeah, I think they tried to, because when Triple H came to the main roster and he was the, creative director, them only doing 5 matches because it worked heavily with NXT. But you got to remember, NXT was a 1-hour program. Raw is a 2.5-hour program. So really, you should have 6 to 7 matches on a pay-per-view rather than 5. If you're going to have 5, you need to make sure that the 5 were fully invested in throughout the taping of the program, throughout the buildup to the pay-per-view, or PLE, if you will. They be having some throw-togethers, and they don't do a very good job. So given that's the case, it should be 6 to 7 matches. So you're not wrong there. You're not wrong there. AJ said, "You've said this many times before. You think Gunther versus John Cena will only be a good match, not a great match, only because, in your opinion, their wrestling styles don't mesh. You don't want to see John get beat the fuck up and possibly lose in his final match. Plus, Gunther doesn't need to be Cena's final opponent. A wrestler like Mello, LA Knight needed this more than him. You don't fucking get it. And Gunther is great, but he's already established himself." That's fair. That's fair. Chiseled Adonis is hilarious, says Kenneth. You got felted. Patuan said Triple H is LA Knight's biggest hater. Bro had him tap. Yeah, that's why legitimately my only recovery that exists here for LA Knight is if he wins the Rumble, because he's in a very tough spot. He's in a very tough spot. He's in a very tough spot. It's like, legitimately, if he doesn't win the Rumble, then I can't foresee a circumstance where it makes sense, because if he doesn't win the Rumble, why would I believe that he can win Elimination Chamber? There's no reason for me to believe this. He could have passed out like Austin and got a crazy move for 100%. They could have had him pass out rather than tap out. They could have had him pass out rather than tap out. I think if he passed out, that would have been a little bit better. That would have been a little bit better. Because truly, Gunther winning and then retiring Cena doesn't mean it's all over for LA Knight, because he can go and he can beat Cena, but then in the Rumble, LA Knight eliminates Gunther. You got yourself a good spot right there. The only problem is you got to make sure LA Knight wins. Because LA Knight getting prominent eliminations, but then not winning the Rumble, the prominent eliminations don't mean shit. This ain't like 2002 where you have like Maven eliminate Undertaker and it's like, yo, that's your most memorable moment and you remember that moment. That won't be the case, because in today's WWE, eliminations don't really mean shit. You got to win, you know? So I don't know. Cena's probably going to pass out. That's a possibility. Frankie put 2 on and said maybe Gunther replacing Brock in the near future, because Brock is going to retire most likely at next year's SummerSlam in Minneapolis. I said Minneapolis, but yeah, Minneapolis. Well, shout out to Mini Portal. So Minneapolis, whatever the case. It's Bim's World for 5 1 said you just think it's crazy that SmackDown and Raw have 6 champions between them and they're fighting 1 to 4 matches. You're not wrong. You're 100% not wrong. You're 100% not wrong. Because you would assume if you're only going to put together a 5, match, because NXT under Triple H, you had bangers literally every single week. It was bangers every single week, right? But the downside was you felt like, damn, I could get more matches. But they spent that hour of NXT building for that pay-per-view. Now you have every single week 4.5 hours of television programming, and it still feels rushed. So we'll see. Maven's eliminating Undertaker was remembered by primarily because the beatdown that he got right after. Well, yes, but then at the same time, Undertaker's facial pause after the fact was legendary because he was angry as a motherfucker. He was angry than a motherfucker. Yeah, NXT Takeover Brooklyn was an amazing experience. To be there live. Oh, you can't put words into what that felt like. Excuse me. Actually, let me see if I have video of 2015. I've always been somebody who lives in the moment, but as I've continued to age, I understand the importance of taking video, man. Because, yeah, I don't have anything from 2015. It's not here in the Google. I'd have to see if I could find my old phone. And I don't even think I have my phone from 2015. It probably don't even work. So I don't even have videos of that shit. My earliest Snapchat memory is, I think, when I was in Vegas in 2017. So I don't have none of that shit. Drinking the other flavored spiked beverage. You know what? Probably not. I ain't gonna hold you, because this one's all right. I drink this one. It's gonna be a little excessive. So we'll hold this for potentially Saturday night's main event, only because I may or may not be here. So we'll see. Maybe Monday Night Raw. We'll see. We'll see. Whole tournament was just a waste of time just to let Gunther get some warm-up matches, because they could have just had Gunther return at Survivor Series and stare down Cena. Yeah, but a stare down's not enough, because Cena's not going to make another appearance. So am I going to stream the college football playoffs? I'll probably do a couple of games. Would I ever do watch alongs of the old WWF, like the 90s and 2000s on Patreon? Well, on Patreon, I think I could. I think I 100% could. Because as long as I don't got to deal with, blocking and Patreon, I wouldn't have to worry about that. So definitely can. That's 100% something that can be done. Let's not forget what happened with Cena and Brock. This LA Knight's loss is going to be like that, where LA Knight loses is kind of unsatisfying. Yeah. Yeah, I did kind of suggest that years ago. I don't even know if they still have it on Peacock. They might. They might. Either Triple H gets a better creative team in the meeting rooms or he's replaced. Hopefully we have a better and wishful great booker. Yeah, we have to figure out what the direction is moving forward, because kind of is weak right now, but I don't know. I don't know. Dwayne put 5 on, said, my SpongeBob, it's so funny. The emoji of booty of SpongeBob being like, hey, 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 we're not that. Yeah, yeah. I appreciate you enjoying that. I appreciate you enjoying that. I gotta go find a the not embassy, but the location to go and replace my passport this week. Because obviously I can't do it today and tomorrow. But I gotta go and find that location this week and go get my shit done expeditiously, because that week of Pro Bowl weekend where I want to go and travel, it's 7 weeks away. So if I did just a passport online, I think it's 4 to 6 weeks. I don't want to run the risk of having this passport. Either I have to send it back or it's like invalidated or some shit like that where you can't use it. I wouldn't want a situation where I book something and then all of a sudden I don't have my passport at the time frame. It's not gonna be good. So am I gonna doing the video on the ladies in jail looking for love? Probably. And tomorrow we're talking about Cena retirement tour. So stay tuned on the channel. I'm gonna record that once I get back from the gym. So that's gonna be a good time. Looking forward to that tomorrow, because Cena's retirement tour really, really was lackluster. And it was very, very disappointing. It was very disappointing. There's one on Hudson Street in Manhattan. Say less. That's where I gotta go, because I was told, my father told me there's an office in Manhattan. They could probably get a quick turnaround in 1 week. So gotta pull up over there. Oh, yeah, I need to see the cheeks clapping of the M&Ms. All right. Some folks want to see that booty clap from the M&Ms. Y'all gotta relax. What was that about? What was that about? Bim's World, for 5 on, said, you just looked. It's crazy. NXT 5-star North American title ladder match at TakeOver New Orleans. Every competitor has left WWE now. Crazy, ain't it? Crazy, ain't it? It's wild. It is absolutely wild. Homie still in the shot. No, he returned outside the shot. But that's neither here nor there. All right, but for those of you who are tuning in right now, Sunday, I will not be live because, well, it's a hybrid situation. It's a hybrid situation because I'll be in Kansas City for an Underdog event. The event ends at 7 p.m. Kansas City time is Central, correct? What is the time zone in Kansas City? What is the time zone in Kansas City? Central time. So it's over at 7. Sunday Night Football kicks off at 8:20 Eastern. So it'd be 7:20 Central. The event ends at 7. My goal, depending on who's there, because it's an Underdog event, so I'm hopeful all of the heavy hitters will be there. Possibility they won't, but that's neither here nor there. Whoever is there, I'm going to try my best to go and make some connections. So if folks is going to go to the Kansas City game, I'll pull up, because the Sunday Night Football game is in Kansas City. So I may potentially go to the game. If not, and I'm just going back to the hotel, I may potentially go live from the hotel in Kansas City. No guarantees, though. I will say this much. Commentary for the entirety of Sunday and Monday will be compiled together, because I know there's going to be people on Patreon who obviously is not watching live right now, folks on YouTube who's obviously not watching live right now. All of that will be posted on Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be a ridiculously long day for me. So I'm probably not going to be able to game on Sonic Adventure Battle 2 in the evening, but we'll see where we get at that particular time. But commentary is going to be posted on Tuesday. But yeah, it's going to be a long day. Make it by halftime. It's potential because it depends on how far, because I don't know where my hotel is. So I have to figure that out probably tomorrow, because I'm leaving Sunday morning to go to Kansas City. I'm going to land at 11:20 over there and then go most likely straight to the event. So there's that. So game Wednesday, probably Wednesday, most likely. So there is that. Hey, good. Put 2 on it. You're funny enough. One of my high school coaches is named Hey Good. Well, you're Ha Good. So he was Hey Good with Y. Smackdown reminds you of the Steelers season. Bang. So yeah, I'll be in Kansas City on Sunday. I'm going to an event. The turnaround to go and meet the folks that's out there. Probably not going to get an opportunity. I hear Kansas City barbecue is great. I'm leaving on the Monday in the morning, or is it the afternoon? What time is my flight on Monday? I am leaving 6 a.m. Jesus. All right, yeah. So my only opportunity is to get that barbecue on the Sunday. So once that event is finished, if I'm not going to the Kansas City game, probably gonna go out to go get some barbecue, or the location if they happen to have some
Greg
barbecue.
is now following.
So there's that. Oh, Junior said your birthday is on that Wednesday? Nice. That's what's up. Sierra said it's not better than your city. Hey, I got to go down to Memphis. I have to go down to Memphis, but I can't do me like Young Dolph. I go down there and I get lined. I'm haunting every single one of y'all motherfuckers. I kid you not. I kid you not. I'll be mad than a motherfucker. I go down there and get gunned down for what? I got no ops. Not fair. What happened to the Signup podcast? He was enjoying the content. Yeah, it just wasn't going to work because the traveling back and forth down to Miami. I was in the midst of buying a house. I got it now. It was a situation where I was like, man, it's costing more to do than it was to not do. So it was a tough spot. But hopefully all the lessons in finances were able to stick. And you got some value out of it. Most of the serious barbecue places aren't open on Sundays, at least in Texas. When I was in Houston, it was like that to a degree. I actually got to go back down to Houston outside of, DreamCon and other events, just so I could go and kick it with in the clutch and everything like that. So we'll see. We like you, don't have many hot takes. So, well, fair enough. All right. I appreciate that. Rockets beat the Suns. Should Houston get CP3? I don't see it. I'll come to Miami. We could use the depth. Celebrating your birthday this Sunday, watching the Chiefs and the Texans. All right. So we shall see. We'll see. So Sunday evening, I don't want to say watch out for a live. But the benefit is Pittsburgh plays on Monday, so I will be back in time for the Steelers and the Dolphins. It's just gonna be a very long day on Monday, leading into, because I'm probably gonna start the process of the recording of the commentary. It's just gonna come out on that Tuesday. What time do I land on Monday? I land here 9:45. Land here 9:45. I would most likely get back 10:30, compiling all of the games on Sunday. I might have a chance to get the commentary out on Monday evening. I might get a chance. It's going to be a very, very tight turnaround. Just depends. If this weekend in football is ass on Sunday, I got a legitimate chance. If this weekend is ass, like you don't got no high scoring games, not a lot of turnovers, I got a legitimate chance. But if it's it's a legendary weekend of football, then it's gonna be a little tough. So we'll see. We'll see. Evie Black put 5 on, said, when I get a chance, check out old indie match between EO and Penta. It's brutal. Have a great, safe weekend, everyone. Indeed. I may have seen that match. And RVD put 5 on, said, hope all is well. Travel. Safe travels to KC. Have a happy holiday season, and may you and your loved ones have a great 2026. PS, as a Clevelander, fuck the Browns. Well, there it is. There it is. So, all right. Tomorrow is going to be a very long day. I'm going to a childhood friend's wedding in the evening. In the morning, obviously recording that John Cena video that will go live in the afternoon. Patrons will see it first, of course. And then after that, staying at a hotel, going straight to Kansas City on Sunday. I will be back on Monday. So, next live, Monday night. Variable for Sunday, but no guarantee. Variable for Sunday, no guarantees. I would lean more towards the latter, or I should say more towards no than yes. King said, hey, hello, Chiseled Adonis. Big fan. You sent a message on Instagram. You've been not so good lately. I cheer you up and appreciate me for being great and funny and keeping us entertained. Well, I'm glad that you find value in the content, because truly, I just want to serve as a variation of a distraction and escapism for whatever it is that you're dealing with life. Like, I will never be the sole reason why you make it out of whatever funk you're enduring, but I can be a form of distraction for even a little bit to where you can go and hold on. So I appreciate you guys immensely. Most likely after the NFL season's concluded, we can start that weekly check-in to a degree for the mental health check-in, just see where everybody else is at, in life, because it's kind of difficult to a degree. So there's that, because everybody deals with life, But I'm glad that, you're holding on, you're making your stuff happen in life, because at the end of the day, life is tough for everybody. But we got to stand by each other to be able to get through this shit. Because a lot of times, as I said in my video regarding Marshawn Nealon, your shit is everything. You don't want to burden your friends with your shit because they're dealing with their shit. And when you bring your shit to their shit, now they got a lot of shit. So you keep your shit to yourself, and then it starts to feel overwhelming. But we've got to encourage each other to be able to share our shit with each other to make it through, if that makes sense to you. Matt giving out gifts. I appreciate you, family. So we're going to hold each other down. Sarah said, pretty smoking distraction. You're ovulate. Ma'am, quell your clitoris. All right, clear. Quell your clitoris. But yeah, so we gotta look out for each other, and hold each other down. You feel me? Because even if we're through the second screen, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, just a conversation is more than enough to fix the perspective on the pessimism. Because it happens to all of us. Like there's nobody in the world, in my opinion, who has never had those dark thoughts and went to that dark place and felt like, damn, there's no way out. We've all been there. We've legitimately all been there. It's just a matter of saying, you know what? I have the capabilities to make it through this storm. Whatever the fuck it is that I'm going through today, I have the capabilities to make it through and make it to tomorrow. It's just a matter of drilling into the head and fixing the perspective to say, yo, you know what? Maybe it's not all bad. Life's a roller coaster. Sometimes you're in the downs. Sometimes the downs can last longer. It could be a couple hours. It could be a day. It could be a week. It could be a month. It could be a year. It could be years. But guess what? There will be a light at the end of the tunnel, and there will be an up. It's just figuring out the game plan to enduring that shit. That's just the tough thing about life, because when you're going through the down, it feels like there is no way up. Because I've been in that storm myself. All right, 2018, woo! Tough times. tough times. I had some times in which I didn't want to be here. But here we are, 7 years later. So it just takes time, you know? Because if you would have told me I'd have a house, I'd have called you a liar. But here we are, you know? And I'm on the cusp of getting my father to the World Cup. And that's like, I've said this already on stream before. I've put so much stock into being able to make that happen. And now you're telling me Haiti and Brazil is in the same fucking group? So there's a potential opportunity for me to get my father to see Haiti and Brazil play soccer in the World Cup against each other. So it's like life, you have your ups and downs. If you told me when I told myself, yo, I'm going to do everything I can to make it happen. I'm going to make a commitment. I'm going to stick around as long as I can to see if I can make it happen. And now I have the opportunity to do it. I can't, like, whatever happens in life, legitimately, I've got 12 months, well, less than 12 months, 9 months to go and make that happen. So I can't, under any circumstance, quit. I got to make it happen. Because I told myself 7 years ago when I was in the lowest spot in my life, I told myself, if I can make it to this point, I'll have an opportunity to make it happen. And here it is, manifesting itself before me. So if it's possible for that to happen for me now, it's 100% possible for you as well. Melvin51 said, you chose a good moment to join the stream. You're at your lowest point right now, but my words make you want to keep going. Listen, it's life's tough, man. Life's tough. Like, legitimately, sometimes you just got to take a step back and say, all right, you know what? My back's up against the wall. My body is up against the pavement. If I'm at the bottom, the only way is up. You got to audit what's going on in your life. You got to say, all right, bet. I made this decision. I made this decision. I made this decision. This failed. This failed. This failed. This didn't work out. This had potential to get there, but what did I do different? And you just start auditing things. You'll look at some friends like, all right, yo, I've been chilling with this person. Did this bring me any value? Is this actually sending me down the wrong path? You know what? I got to make some fucking adjustments. Start writing. Like, legit, if you put stuff in paper, it starts to become real. Just start to adjust what's going on, or I should say observe what's going on and say, all right, bet, yo, how did I find myself here? What steps did I take to find myself here? Of course, there's not always a situation where it's 100% on you, but sometimes you got to say, you know what? Take full accountability. Even if something was out of your power, you got to say, what could I have done differently to find myself in this position? And then you say, I bet. What's the plan to get out? I got to make minor tweaks here. I got to change this up here. This is my routine. I got to switch this here. I have this vice. I got to figure out a way to go and get this fixed here. I got an issue with this department. You know what? I might have to go and get some help. Whether that be some therapy, whether that be messing around and be AA, whether that be some sort of if you have to deal with some sort of sobriety or something of that nature, and addiction, you got to go and find rehab, something like that. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, you just got to make adjustments. Because more often than not, the moment that you being able to acknowledge you're at your lowest point, and that's not just specifically for you, but you being able to acknowledge you're at your lowest point, that's a beautiful spot to be at because you know where you at. So the moment that you know, it's like, I bet, yo, I'm here. I got to make some fucking adjustments. So the way your yesterday looked cannot look the same way that your tomorrow looks. You got to make some motherfucking adjustments. Like, I bet, yo, I can't do this no more. I got to get rid of this shit. I got to move this shit around. All right, cool. This person over here bringing me way too much stress. You know what? I'm not going to be around you no more. I lived in the house with my mom and my dad. I didn't talk to my mom for 2.5 years. In the same house. Because it was bringing me way too much motherfucking stress. And truly, like, we're in a great spot now. We're in a great spot now. But at the time, I needed to be on some, hey, I'm good, bro. I can't deal with it. Because I've told the story before. I'd be in the midst of recording. Shorty was making noise. When I was doing the Hold My Nuggets podcast with the Resident Hobbit, we was recording. I forget which episode number it was. Shorty started a service in the middle of us recording. I'm like, yo, bro, we just trying to make it. We just trying to figure shit out. And you my biggest op right now. I have videos. I'd have to look on where my terabyte is at. I have videos from like 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, where I'm just sitting here in the basement venting about my situation. And I look back now like, yo, I was able to make it work. I was able to make it work. So there's just some times where you guys got to take a step back and just audit. Maybe you just sitting inside of the dark room, it's just you, no music, no phone, no computer, no second screen, nothing. You just there like, I bet, yo, where the fuck did I go wrong and what can you do? Because if it's stuff that's outside of you, you can't do nothing. You can't control what you can't control. So once you make peace with the fact that you can't control what the fuck you can't control and just make changes for what you can control. If I'm sleeping terribly, I'm only getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and I'm going to sleep late every single motherfucking night. Guess what? Start going to sleep a little early. It's difficult to go to sleep. Cool. Get your hands on some motherfucking melatonin. Start seeing a motherfucking sleep, not pathologist. I don't think it's sleep pathologist, but a sleep therapist, if you will. Set up an appointment. Damn, you ain't got no insurance. All right, cool. If you got to take an L for one appointment, take an L for one appointment. Figure out so you can get the information on what's necessary to make the tweaks and adjustments in order to go and get better sleep. Cool. You got an issue with drinking or whatever the case is. I have to go to a motherfucking rehab. I have to go to AA or some shit like that. Or maybe you might just have to cut it out cold turkey. Try a motherfucking challenge. Start to reach out to friends, family. Don't got no friends and family? Start going out and trying to make some friends and family. It can be very intimidating. Happen to find yourself being a little bit introverted. Go out to a motherfucking conference or something like that. It may not happen on the first one. May not happen on the second one. Somebody may just mess around and approach you and start a conversation. You just got to start trying different shit. And little by little, inch by inch, step by step, things can turn around. Everybody's capable. Everybody was 100% capable. You just got to have the willfulness to commit to the commitment of consistency in order to go and make it through. It's where it's very tough. Because I naturally am an introverted person. I know it seems odd. He's a YouTuber. He's very charismatic, if you will. I naturally am an introverted person. It truly wasn't until, I want to say 2 years ago, was the first time outside of my friend group that I actually felt comfortable being myself in public. I naturally am just on some, like literally, if you've seen me in public, for those of y'all who see me in the wild, I am not an individual who's just out here, boisterous, flamboyant, all this. I'm not that guy. With my friends, I could be that guy because we've built rapport and we're comfortable with each other. But for the most part, that ain't me. But I've gotten to the point of working that muscle because I told myself, yo, you know what? If I look at not just other content creators, but considering when that time comes, right, where the opportunity comes along, because let's call a spade. I'm not a hater by any estimation, but I've observed a lot of people in my space, my contemporaries, who've gotten spectacular opportunities, whether that's been on Pat McAfee, whether that's been acknowledged by the NFL, whether that's been with Unc and Ocho, whether that's been by ESPN, whether that's been by NFL Network or WWE or any of these different sort of locations. A ton of my contemporaries have gotten their opportunity, gotten acknowledgement, and publicly even had affiliation with them. I've been doing this for 10 years in March. It's never happened for me. Ever. I've been doing this shit for a decade in 6 months, 5 months. It's never happened for me. But best believe, when the time comes, I'll be ready. I'll 100% be ready. Because the moment that they hand me that mic or the camera's in front of me, I've worked that muscle and I'm prepared for it. I could have been an individual on some, yo, man, I'm a hater because it's never happened for me. I'm mad because they acknowledging this person or this individual got this opportunity. Nah, fuck that. You know what? I'm just going to grind. I'm going to focus on what I focus on and I'm good. Just yesterday, somebody had popped into the chat like, yo, I don't know if he was referencing me, but said something about buying followers or whatever because my live viewership isn't in same comparison with the amount of subscribers that I happen to have. I'm good. I enjoy the intimacy that's here. We on a account name, of course, because some of y'all have y'all first names as the account, but some of y'all just have an account name. We on an account name to creator Communication. I know every single motherfucking stream I could count on Peyton being in the chat, Sierra being in the chat, Black Freakazoid being in the chat, Chris being in the chat, Jeff being in the chat, Matt being in the chat, Two Wave Mo being in the chat, Justin being in the chat, Kenneth being in the chat, all Space Penguin being in the chat, Shadow Shadow Boxing being in the chat, all y'all motherfuckers being in the chat, DHB being in the chat, every single motherfucking stream. Cool. It's like seeing your friends every stream. I don't need the 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 every single motherfucker. Fuck that. If we got 300, we got 300. But guess what? I know I got 300 motherfuckers who fucking riding for me. Because when it came time for the damn, the YouTube Wrapped, if you will, that came out, bulk share y'all motherfuckers in the chat room, I was top 5 in y'all viewership. I'll take that over everything. So I say all that to say, sometimes you got to have fucking tunnel vision. You got to block out the noise. You got to get rid of all the motherfucking distractions. You got to focus in on what the fuck you got going on. And you say, you know what? Cool. Yo, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm locking in. I got a vision. I got a goal, and I'm building towards something. Like I said prior, about like 10 minutes ago, the whole goal was, hey, 2026 World Cup is coming. They announced it in 2018. I made a promise. It's up on my Twitter right now. It's my pinned tweet. I made a motherfucking promise then. I said, hey, I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to move fucking heaven and earth to be able to get my pops to get there. And now I got an opportunity. His whole fucking home country is in there. This whole time, this has been the goal. People talk about generational wealth, all that other stuff. I just want to make sure my folks is okay. My friends, my family, they can never say Adonis wasn't there for them. Because literally, everything that I did, everything I've ever gained, I ain't no motherfucker who's sitting on cash and shit. I got Ush Bucks right there to my left. I ain't no motherfucker who's sitting on cash and shit. But I made sure my folks is okay. To hell with me. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I'll be able to survive. I make sure my people okay. My cousin going through shit, hey, you good. I got you. My brother financed him for a year. You good. He let me down, but hey, I can't say I didn't try. My homegirl who's going through some shit, made sure she was all right. She was on the verge of, going on. I ain't gonna get into the details, but she had some tough spot. Made sure she was good. My parents made sure they were secure. Took care of my folks. They can never say Adonis wasn't in their corner, right? Now, once I get through 2026, the rest of my motherfucking life, that's for me. I made sure my folks is okay. And it's 100% capable for all of y'all. You just got to stick to the motherfucking plan. And furthermore, you got to establish the plan. You got to commit to the commitment of consistency. And above all else, you got to be able to identify what it is that you got going on. And furthermore, even for those in chat, I've been able to help out some folks in chat as well. I ain't going to name no motherfucking names. But there's been a number. I don't have enough hands and feet to count folks who've been going through some tough times. And hey, I don't publicize this shit because why should I? I've always said the biggest issue that I've always had with social media to a degree, there's a lot of performative positivity. Positivity is great. Performative positivity, I got an issue with that. Because if you see somebody who's going through a hard time and then motherfuckers come over with a goddamn phone in their face, tell me, hey, look at me helping this person. I feel uncomfortable about that. Albeit positivity should be out there. I shouldn't feel as if you should force the presentation of it. So I've been able to help out some motherfuckers who've been going through some tough times as well. I don't publicize that shit. I'd rather keep that. If you want to share it, cool. But you're not going to see me on first. Let me tag, yo, this person was struggling on rent and I sent them bread. Look at me. I'm a good person, right? I ain't that person. I ain't that guy. I ain't that guy. So, albeit, you got Matt said 1.5 million. You better stop it. I ain't got that. I'll tell you right now, if I had 1.5 million, you'd have known. I don't, then again, you wouldn't know. I'm not a flashy individual. People, this Moissanite, this ain't no motherfucking diamonds. This Moissanite right here, this should cost me $800? Now, that's still $800. That's still $800, but there's that, silent giver. That does sound way. I don't think so. Yeah, but some folks, they do some shit. Hey, look at me. I'm a good guy, right? I don't do all that shit. If you're going to hold it down, you really care about your motherfucking community, you help your folks out. Right? Like if I was to tell a story, Lazy giving out 20 gifts to the community. Lazy giving out 20 gifts to the community. Shout out to you, Lazy. I appreciate you. Holding it down for the community, holding it down.
Donations.
Donations. Donations. Donations. Donations. Gifts. 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 More gifts. More gifts.
Yeah, if we were to talk about things for the community, because In the Clutch actually mentioned it on their podcast episode with the internet. I forget their name, but they're reactors as well. I know it's Internet Aaron. I forget. Is it City? Internet City? Is it Internet City? I may have it fucked up. But with the podcast episode that they had with them, and Dub had mentioned where when we were at that DreamCon, there was a wrestler who broke his leg. Yeah, Internet City, that's his name. Yeah, there was a wrestler who broke his leg, right? And I'll only share this because Dub shared it. But there was a wrestler who broke his leg. I wasn't even at the match, right? I wasn't even at the match. But I heard that he broke his leg. So sent him some because we support each other, right? Till this day, I like he'll like some of my posts here and there, but I'm not on. Hey, you got me. Send that shit. But he broke his leg. I'm like, hey man, hey, shit, that's tough. Hey, you going through some fucking rehab? I never broke a limb. I never experienced that, but I know you going through some shit, and rehab is gonna be very tough. Hold that down. I didn't have to publicize it. I didn't say shit. This was 6 months ago. If you didn't watch the episode within the clutch and I didn't tell you right now, you'd never know. So, it's like we look out for each other, man. We look out for each other. And if anything I can do to help, as long as I'm in a position where I can help, then I'll help. Sometimes there's some spots where obviously it's a little bit tough per se, so I can't help in some degree, but I can lend moral support. I know there's been a number of people in the chat room, maybe not so much number. That's kind of dramatic, but there's been a few individuals in the chat room who have fallen on some very tough times. I've been able to lend, good words of encouragement, if you will, to be able to get through. I've been able to talk to some folks to be able to game plan what's their best steps, moving forward as well. I may not be as super active as much as I did in the past, with whether it been Discord or it had been DMs, because I used to respond to every single motherfucking DM. But things are getting, ramping up. My parents are aging. Unknown Adonis, fucking stage 5 fucking kidney failure and all this other stuff. My brother, morbid obesity. I'm trying to be in the moment and with my folks as much as I can. So I apologize in advance and currently for not being as active as I was in the past. But bear with me as I'm going through this season, in the midst of this, maintaining our house and all this other stuff. But I make no complaints because truly, in my opinion, living the dream, if you will. I would have loved to have been running routes in the NFL, but there's a different, path, if you will. And here we are, So you do what you can with what you got, You do what you can with what you got. So there is that. Initially, we should have ended the stream like 15 minutes ago, but here we are. So hopefully you got some value from that, and I was able to answer the previous question that was asked that ended up leading us on this tangent for 45 some minutes. But nonetheless, I'll see you guys Monday evening for sure, because I'll be back in time. But if Sunday it's a variable situation, perhaps I'll go live then. Adaptive said it's been a rough year for you since your mother's passing, as well as your uncle. You're just thankful for the community and the encouragement during that time. Well, for one, that's incredibly tough. We've had a number of different people in the chat room deal with loss as well. I'll tell you this much, as I say to everybody, and for everybody who's dealing with loss as well, keep the memory alive. For one, if you have any videos or photos on your phone, print them, blow them up. The videos, save them onto an external, hard drive, or duplicate them, copy them, put them into a drive, whether it be Google or something like that, just to make sure that you have that. Because we're the one generation, literally the first generation, where you have so much access to being able to save those memories in a physical format outside of just memory. And every single day, if not every day, maybe every week, whatever sort of passing moment that you can get, any sort of idioms, sayings, philosophies, routines that your mom or your uncle or your loved ones, whatever the case was, that they did, try to instill that into your day to day to keep them alive. Because as we all know, you're never dead when you're dead. You're dead when you're forgotten. You keep their memories alive by how you continue to keep their memory alive in your day to day. If there's something that your mother used to say, your uncle used to say, something that they used to do, even something that they used to wear, you just keep that alive. Let's call a spade a spade. Like, I don't want to say call a spade, but with clothing, what's stopping you from like taking a muumuu or maybe a dress or maybe an outfit that they have? You could put it up in like a frame or something like that and just hang it on the wall. Yo, that was my mother's favorite fit or something like that. And you just hold on to something. You keep a memento. Even if it's not for anybody else, just for you. You keep that shit. My grandmother's chair was in my parents' basement for 15 years until she passed. Literally, the only reason they had to throw it away was it would cost more than the chair itself to re-wood the legs. So ultimately they did away with it. But I still have some stuff from my grandmother. I had a painting made and commissioned that I presented to my mother a couple of years ago with her sister who passed away in 2018, and then her mother as well. I might actually still have that video. Let me see. I might still have that video. I think this is 2020. I want to say this is 2020. I might not have. But yeah, I might not have. Go to camera. Let me see. It's 2021. Yeah. This is that's my aunt, my mother, and my grandmother. My father is sitting there. I got this for my mother's birthday. I had my brother recording, didn't tell my family about it. It's crazy how I found it. And then I presented that to my mom for her birthday. So that's my mom, her mother, and her sister. Both her mother and her sister were passed on. Now she's not gonna have an episode and have like crying. I don't want to make
Gotcha,
bitch.
Inland Coast is now
Emotional
following.
per se. But I had presented this to my mom, and then it's still up inside of my parents' house right now. Yeah, it's still up inside my parents' house right now. So yeah, I had given that to her. That was pretty much like the gist of the video. So it's something to keep, the memory, alive. Shout out to Paint Your Life, because I never got a sponsorship from them, but I've done it a couple of times, for a couple of people. So those little things is able to keep some folks alive. Hey, Smoked, I appreciate you, man. Have yourself a good night. So those types of stuff, can keep memories alive. And yeah, man, it's the little things, man. It's the little things. Because as we age, like truly, I never envisioned what life as an old person would be. I'm not old by any estimation, but I ask my parents all the time, what the fuck is the process of aging feeling like? Like my mom is 71, my dad is 68. Literally today, actually, I always feel the need to give point of reference just so folks know I'm not bullshitting them. Here's a call with my father today. Damn, it shows his number. But I was on the phone with my dad earlier today. I was on the phone with my dad earlier today for 25 minutes at 1:51 p.m. The photographer for his wedding passed away today. And I asked him, well, actually, no. His funeral's tomorrow. He passed away last Sunday. His funeral's tomorrow. My father told me today. Sorry. And I asked him, I said, yo, how does that make you feel? He's like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, we're getting older. He just passed away. I don't think they can put into words, my father and my mother can put into words the process of having your peers pass away around you. Like, still, till this day, my dad will just joke. He's like, yeah, at this point, I'm retired. I'm just waiting for the box. But wait a minute. Wait, and obviously not the box of mother, box of casket. Not get nasty. But it's like they don't know how to process it. Like anytime I mention like death, afterlife, or something like that, my mother is like, oh, don't talk about that. It's scared. But I get it. You know, I get it. But for me, it's like, yo, as we're getting older, you're getting to the point where, hey, within 20 years, they might not be around. I mentioned on stream before, like, yo, 10 years, I might not have my immediate family. They might all be gone. It's a very difficult spot to kind of explain because it's like, yo, your peers is passing. How do you, because they probably still trying to process it as well. So how do you even have the conversation? But man, it's tough, you know? So that's why I try to make sure every time that I see my folks and I want to increase the amount outside of just once per week or maybe twice per week. I want my parents to come over, you know, to the house. I'm not that far from them and everything. Just to create as much memories, you know, as we can, because as morbid as it sounds, we're all gonna die at one point. So it's tough, man. It's fucking tough.
Gotcha, bitch. Shabrinine is now following.
Sarah said your paternal grandmother said that we go through life as young as we are. When we started, you just learn and pass it down to the next generation that you're able to see, and then hope that they remember you. Correct. Because for a long period of time, I always thought about like generational, you know, not generational wealth, but being able to be remembered through generations. And truly, for me, it's like, all right, you make it to children, grandchildren. If you can get to great grandchildren, that'd be great. But for the most part, it's just those 2 generations, and then for all intents and purposes, you're forgotten. Unless you are super influential, or like you're influential, or you're so incredibly groundbreaking to where your name remains in the rumblings of your family or in history, you're most likely gonna end up being forgotten. Because let's just call a spade a spade. We walk past fucking statues of folks every single day, and most folks really don't care like that. So for me, it's like, all right, yo, you want to leave a lasting impact. You want to leave positive, you know, memories if you can. So it's interesting, man. Because I know there's gonna come a time in which my parents got to get called home to glory. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure that when that time comes for them, they're like, yo, man, he was a good son. He was a good nephew. He was a good cousin. He was a good friend for everybody, you know? So we'll see. But hey, we over an hour from the end of the show. We were just over here having a conversation. But yeah, there's an idea of what I have for the future when we have like a mental health check-in stream. It'd probably be centered around this. And again, I would like if it was a situation where I can have you guys call in, but hopefully it's not a scenario where Matt giving out gifts.
Just gifted 1 subs.
Hopefully it's not a situation where you don't feel as if it's kind of personalized, because I like to reference you know, messages by account name so that you feel like I'm acknowledging, you know, you, if you will. Versus if I'm just, yo, chat, you know, that's not no shot at anybody, but obviously as you get larger, it's very difficult to monitor the chat. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, y'all have yourselves a good night. I will see you Monday evening, perhaps Sunday evening, but most likely Monday evening. Eddie, take us out.
Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.